Hilltoppers hockey. Compete. Contend. Championships.
Hilltoppers are on their heels just a bit. Now is a chance for CJ Last. Breaks around the fence on the penalty kill. The forehand, and he scores! Oh, the fake, the shake and bake. Hilltoppers throw it back down. Tommy Durant. Durant to Staub towards the net. Backhand shot, he scores. Nice move in a small space for Carter Staub, and it's 2-0 Toppers. Back to Weber, to CJ, left circle. Now it's Brennan Mason with a shot in the screen. They score! Brennan Mason! Hilltoppers have an odd man opportunity. Here they come into the zone. One-on-one. Weber. Oh, he scores! Mason Manglis got the dish from Hudson Weber. And the Hilltoppers win in overtime. The entire team gathers.
Welcome to the 2020 WIAA Boys Hockey Playoffs on the Coulee Region Sports Network. Tonight, the 4-seed Onalaska Hilltopper Boys Co-op hosts the 5-seed Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes. Winner advances to the Division I Section 1 semifinal. Tonight's WIAA Boys Hockey Playoff coverage on CRSN is presented to you by Chiropractic Place, Family Wellness Centers, Live Your Best Life, Oak Forest Dental, a positive dental experience begins with great relationships, Jones Construction, award-winning contractor specializing in remodeling, Coulee Region Chill NA3HL Junior Hockey, celebrating 10 years in the Coulee region, and by Manglitz Outdoor Adventures. Nature is calling. It's time for a Manglitz Outdoor Adventure. Now, here with the call from the Omni Center in Onalaska, Wisconsin, the voice of hockey in the Coulee region, Rik Franke.
Good evening. Welcome to Game 2 of our playoff coverage here on the Coulee Region Sports Network. Rik Franke along with Tim Ebner and Scotty Gran along the glass. We'll chat with him in just a moment, but we got a big one after a prior big one. The girls' hockey game didn't turn out well for the Hilltoppers. Unfortunately, they ran into a very, very tough goalie and were defeated by the final score of 2-1. They scored a goal with about $1:15 left as Jaden Hammis was able to get an opportunity in front, but unfortunately they just couldn't get things past the starting netminder for the Icebergs, and so they are knocked out of the playoffs.
Yeah, tough one for the Hilltoppers. They just ran up against a goaltender that was really good. Now, they made the goalie look better early, but she also made some really big-time saves, with the knob of her stick at least 2 or 3 times that were definitely going to go in. But she played well enough and got the win for him.
Haven Gruner, nice game. Now we've got a great one here. This is going to be an epic tussle as the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes. You look at the record, you see 12-10-1, but boy, the level of competition this team has played against throughout the season. Even though they're 2-8 against teams with a winning record, they are 3-0-1 against teams that are common opponents with the Hilltoppers, which is something that I think is a key point. And they obviously played a very good game against Hudson, which is on the next side of the bracket, and they're expected to be the next team to play. So they're capable of beating any team, I think, in the state of Wisconsin, and the Hilltoppers are going to have their hands full today. They've got the offensive edge, but I think you got to look at the goaltending edge when you're taking a look at the Old Abes.
Oh, no question. They play a tough schedule. You're talking to Coach Talk before the game, a little bit inconsistent in their play, but that's high school kids. They're going to show up some days, and some days they're going to maybe have to work a little harder in order to get the wins. But going to be a well-coached team in Eau Claire. They've got some higher-end talent. They've got a couple TW guys on that roster, so I expect them to be ready to play drop of the puck tonight.
Yeah, one of those guys, Team Wisconsin, Joe Kelly, he leads the team in points with 49, 24 goals, 25 assists, 7 power play goals. Short-handed is where this team can kill you. You can't look past them when you're on the power play. If I got my numbers right, they have 14 short-handed goals this season.
That doesn't surprise me. They're going to be very aggressive in the kill. They're probably, more than likely, they're going to be aggressive everywhere on the ice. So Hilltoppers are going to have to be ready for that, coming off a game against the Abes the other night, which was a little bit more slow-paced. So that will be interesting to see if the Hilltoppers can come out tonight and play at the pace that they need to right from the start.
Old Abes averaging 4.7 goals per game, giving up 3. Power play, 25.9% effective, 2 shorthanded goals against. The PK, 85.3%, but like we said, 14 shorthanded goals for. Pretty impressive. They won 10-1 over Merrill, Wausau East in the first round. That team was 4-18-1. They struggled much of the year. So that was no big surprise. 10-1 the final there. And then, of course, the Hilltoppers were victorious over the Avalanche in convincing fashion with 59 shots on goal. 23-1, 7.1 goals per game, 2.3 goals against per game. A power play that's one of the best in the state at 40.9%, although it was a little sluggish against the Avalanche on Tuesday night. The penalty kill is very good again, 86.9% effective, 5 shorthanded goals for. The key is keeping that puck in that offensive zone as much as possible, and guys getting back, got to play defense.
Well, you got to get back, plus you've got to shut these better teams down in the neutral zone. You can't, as a defenseman, you can't back into the zone. You can't give guys like Joe Kelly time and space, because they'll kill you.
Speaking of back into the zone like nobody else, Scotty Gran is behind the glass. Scotty, how was that introduction?
Oh, that was interesting. I was trying to get Deansy to come in here. He was over here meandering around, but he kind of left. He didn't know the result of the girls' game. I filled him in on that. But, talking about pregame, I mean, since Kyler Stranke's come in goal for the old Abes, it's been a big turnaround for them. He's 9-2-1 on the season. Ironically, their conference record. So if you think about that, that's probably when it all changed for them. As early in the season, Hudson and Chippewa Falls were pretty much dominating that conference. And then out of nowhere, here comes the old Abes and takes second in the conference, Rick. So, I mean, you got to look at that. Then you look at this roster, Tim. There's a ton of sophomores on this roster.
Young,
a ton.
Young
they
roster.
Are young
Roster. Joe Berg was the guy who was the senior who was in net for much of the season as well. But like you said, Stranke's taken over recently.
Yeah, I mean, they're young, they're talented, and Rick, I agree. I mean, if Stranke plays like he has, I mean, this is going to be an interesting battle to see if Onalaska's firepower can get one past him or not, maybe a few.
All right, we'll be checking in with Scotty from time to time as he is behind the glass. You just look for the McDonald's thing because
I'm loving it.
You're loving it
all the time, man.
He's loving it. All right. Wait, they're getting free advertising tonight, Tim, are they not?
Yes, they are.
It just happens to be where we have to put Scotty because there's not enough room in the penalty box.
Well, I got to see if Lomans might be here even watching tonight. We could maybe work a deal out to get some Big Macs.
All right, maybe work that out. I'll take a quarter pounder with cheese and bacon, please. That's
supersized too.
Yeah, I'm not eating the fries, but I will definitely eat that burger. Those are really good over at McDonald's, I will admit it. All right, we're going to take a break here in our pregame. We'll be back. We'll get you the lines for the Hilltoppers per Tim Franzini and more here from the Omni Center on the Cooley Region Sports Network.
Do you feel the need to be free? Totally free checking, that is. Cooley Bank can satisfy that need. His free, her free, your free. Free means something different to everyone. Totally free means Cooley Bank has you covered. Free debit card, free online banking, free bill pay, free mobile banking, free e-statements, free interest checking, and a free gift when you open your account. Do you feel the need to be free? Totally free? Go to any Cooley Bank branch or cooleybank.net for more information. Cooley Bank, member FDIC.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Noble Insurance Service is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
When is a fixture not a fixture? When it's made from inferior materials, retail grade and manufactured to be sold at low prices. A fixture by definition means permanently fixed. Be sure your fixtures are permanently fixed, professional grade, and properly installed by the experts of Every Plumbing. Visit our showroom and look over the line of Kohler kitchen and bath fixtures. Every Plumbing, call us today for fast service and fixtures that are truly fixtures.
Imagine if you could feel better and live healthier without drugs or surgery. What if we told you that at Chiropractic Place Family Wellness Centers, we can help you turn that thought into a reality for you and your family with safe, gentle, and effective chiropractic care. At Chiropractic Place Family Wellness Centers, we focus on treating the whole person at one of our multiple locations, located in Southwest Wisconsin. We are a team of family-oriented chiropractors who offer our patients quality care as it relates to nutrition and weight loss, exercise, and living a healthy lifestyle. From newborns to seniors and everyone in between, all of our patients can experience the benefits of chiropractic care. Whether you're visiting us because you want to feel better, get out of pain, or even lose weight, we want you to know that you've come to the right place on your journey to wellness. Through tailored and specific care plans, we'll create the best treatment for your unique needs. And we don't stop there. We'll listen to your concerns and make you a partner in your care. At Chiropractic Place Family Wellness Centers, we don't just get you well, we'll help you stay well too. Discover the Chiropractic Place Family Wellness Center's difference.
Hi, we're the Chios family, and this is our story.
It has always been a dream of ours to put down roots and to find a place that we can call home. During our home buying process, Ultra took great care of us. They made us feel like we were their #1 priority and always greeted us with a smile. The process was so fast and easy, and we were able to sign our documents online with ease. We're so glad we chose Ultra. They made our dreams come true.
This is more than a bundle. This is more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home court. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. It's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Call State Farm agent Kurt Paff in Onalaska at 608-783-1130.
Rik Franke, Tim Ebner, and Scotty Gran back with you from the Omni Center as we get set for action between the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes and the Onalaska Hilltoppers Co-op. Tonight's game presented to you by a stable of great businesses that make this possible to give you those playoff games. Chiropractic Place Family Wellness Centers located in Holman, Onalaska, Sparta, and La Crosse. Live your best life with Chiropractic Place Family Wellness Centers. Also like to thank Oak Forest Dental, located on Sand Lake Road in Onalaska. A positive dental experience begins with great relationships at Oak Forest Dental. We'll be thanking a lot more throughout the night. You see the student section. They're dressed in a variety of uniforms. Some have hockey jerseys on, some baseball jerseys. I like what they're showing there, as they're going to be set up for 2 periods behind the visiting goaltender. You think they might make some noise, Tim?
Well, you hope they make some noise. There's another team making some noise tonight across the state, too. In the boys' game, you got Beaver Dam, a 7 seed, up 5-3 late in the game against Fond du Lac. So that's a 7 over a 2 potentially.
How on earth does that happen?
It happens. The goaltender, I heard they got a real little goaltender, but he's playing outstanding. And Beaver Dam's got one of their players who's just lighting it up tonight, it sounds like. So that would be a big upset with 7 over a 2.
The Old Abes have taken the ice. Let's give you the lines for the Hilltoppers. It'll be Noah Clement back between the pipes after Sawyer Nitti started against the Avalanche. Defensive pairings, Kyle Como with Max Pop. It'll be Brennan Mason paired with Hudson Weber. Mark Richter with Quinn Anderson. And then Alex Tofstedt is dressed again tonight. He'll rotate in. The fourth line will be centered by Carter Hayes with Charlie Kane on left wing and Tyler Lee on the right side. Hardy Weiner will center Colin Como on left wing, Derek Carey on the right side. It'll be Mason Manglet centering Carter Staub on left wing, Jordan DeGaetano on the right side. And then the first line centered by C.J. Lass with Tommy Duran on the left side and Peyton Jones on the right side. They've got to get a good start. You heard the Hilltoppers have hit the ice. Jeff Ross is bringing it to you on camera. Throughout the night, we want to say hi to families that have made this season special, and one of those is the Staub family watching tonight in North Dakota. Let's send it down to Jennifer Zapps, who will have the introductions.
For this evening's WIAA Prep Hockey Regional matchup between the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes and the La Crosse Onalaska Hilltoppers Co-op. Check out the starting lineup for Eau Claire. In goal, number 1, Kyler Strenke. On defense, number 8, Easton Tock. Also on defense, number 10, Connor Byrne. Starting at forward for Eau Claire is number 4, Carter Otto. Healy and Jeffrey Paul. The linesman is Brent Johnson. If you would now please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, land of the free, and the home of the
Wow, but nicely done by a recorded barbershop quartet. I wish I could sing like that. We're ready for playoff hockey. It's coming up next right here on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
At Oak Forest Dental, Dr. Huggett and Dr. Kane make it simple to achieve your healthiest, most beautiful smile. Whether you're looking for information on implants, teeth whitening, crowns, or preventative care, Oak Forest Dental will take care of you. Oak Forest Dental strives to create the ultimate stress-free and comfortable dental experience. Oak Forest Dental on Sand Lake Road in Onalaska. A proud supporter of Hilltoppers athletics and a place where a positive dental experience begins with great relationships.
Rik Franke, Tim Ebner, and Scotty Gran with you for tonight's boys hockey broadcast. The Hilltoppers looking to get a good start against the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes. And there's the student section you see. They're pumped up for their Hilltoppers and here to show their support. Fans lined up along the glass. Still a couple of seats in the bleachers to my right. Not sure what it looks like to the left. As we are ready, we meet at the center circle. Old Abes, Hilltoppers. Division 1, Section 1 playoff, second round, and we're underway. Quickly, the puck comes across the Hilltoppers blue line. CJ Lass is there from his own near circle. Chips it over to Hudson Weber. Weber then passes it up to Duran, who drops it back high slot. And then it's Brennan Mason, who got it to CJ Lass, who throws the puck on in. That'll be chipped back behind the Old Abes net. Little past Easton Tock's stick. And the student section gets a rouse out of a little hit down there in the Eau Claire Memorial end. Icing coming up against the Old Abes. Face-off will come back into the Old Abes zone. Scotty Gran is the third member of our broadcast team. Scotty, what's it sounded like down there on the bench?
These guys are fired up and ready to go, man. They're tapping their sticks, they're cheering on. I tell you what, I've never seen the Bear so stoic in my life either. He looks like he's ready to get out there and put the skates on himself. They're ready to rock.
He looks like he would like to crush you.
Yeah, he probably would.
All right, face-off down the near circle as a playoff atmosphere for sure here tonight. Off the draw on the stick of Connor Byrne. Byrne sent it into the neutral zone. Hilltoppers there. Carter Staub drills it right back in off the near corner. Throwing the body there, the Hilltoppers. Shot block there at the bottom of the far circle. Held in there by Brendan Mason. Carter Staub along the right wing wall. Draws some D. And now it'll be picked up over in the corner by Connor Byrne. Tipped by a Hilltopper stick. Into the neutral zone, then quickly sent back across. The Old Abes with possession, just underway here in the first period. In across the line they come. Carter Olson. He gets derailed there by the Hilltopper D. There's a backhand shot up over the net into the corner. And now Working with it there on the right wing was Joe Kelly. He's the guy you got to watch out for as it's chipped back behind the Hilltopper net. Brennan Mason. Mason to Staub. Nice outlet. Here comes Manglitz. Manglitz sends it on from the neutral zone off the tip of the glove of the starting goaltender. We talked about him in the pregame. Kyler Stranke, 5'8", 145, and a sophomore in net. And the faceoff going to come back into the Eau Claire zone. The tempo, how do you like it, Tim?
Oh, it's a good tempo so far. Both teams, you can see Eau Claire's trying to press the pace a little bit. They're trying to hit those long passes. Hilltoppers playing really smart tonight, just putting pucks into simple spaces.
So a little bit of a late line change for Coach Franzini, but he will send C.J. Lass out in the attack zone for the draw. And we await the linesman to drop the puck. Oh, he's waiting for old Abe to get in position correctly. Now the puck chipped to the slot, or the old Abe's trying to push it out, but good aggressive play by Peyton Jones. And it'll be sent back off far wall where C.J. Lass gets hit into the wall. Jumping up there. Duran from the slot shot. Nice save by Stranke. Oh, he caught that one at point blank range. Low shot as Como trying to get back on D as they were busting into the zone was Carter Autumn. Now the Hilltoppers right wing. Here comes C.J. C.J. trying to stick out to the legs, evades a hit towards the net. Stranke gets a little bit of a paddle out in front. They shoot and score! Peyton Jones was set up in front, and what a play by the Hilltoppers.
That was Tommy Dern on a great goal. Max popped down low. Max jumps up into the rush as a defenseman and just hits it to Tommy, who's coming late down the middle, and pops it in.
All right, that was awesome. Tommy Duran gets it done. I saw Jones in the slot, and I didn't see Tommy jump in as fast as he did.
It went right behind Jones and right to Tommy.
Beautiful way to get things started. Oh, go ahead, Scotty. I know you want to get one of those out there.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Well, and part of the deal on that one was, Rick, is the fact that he had the line match that he wanted. That's why he came back with CJ's line late. He got a mismatch on the lines, at least he felt would be a mismatch, and it paid off.
Great feed to the front. Duran scores, gets the Hilltoppers up 1-0, and that's the way you like to get it started in front of the home fans. And I believe I heard Jenny Zepps with her recap of the goal. Let's see if it's updated here online. They have not put anything up there yet, but I'm sure they'll get it up there soon. Faceoff will be at the far circle. Pop, I believe, picks up the assist. He was the one that fed that puck to Duran. That gets chipped in back behind the net. Eau Claire Memorial down 1-0 here in the first period. That's going to be held up by Hudson Weber, but then comes out across the line, the neutral zone. It's chipped into the Hilltopper end. Hilltoppers up 1-0. Tommy Duran with the goal as it's sent down and in for an icing. Faceoff will come back towards the starting netminder, Noah Clement. His numbers on the season, 11-2-1, 2.37 goals against, an .874 save percentage, one shutout on the year.
Yeah, missed the last couple weeks here. Has had some issues, injury issues that he's been dealing with, but's healthy this week and back in the lineup.
Draw down the Hilltopper end at the far circle. And C.J. Lass and his line out there again. Right circle, Mason trying to get a stick on it. Is cleared back in the neutral zone. And C.J., who looks like he's got extra jets on his skates here, takes a hit but goes right through it. Picked up by Hudson Weber. Weber in left wing. And puts it to the front. Nobody there in the slot, unfortunately. And it comes all the way back into the Hilltopper end. Jones back to get it. Whips it off the right wing wall to Brennan Mason. Trying to get it up to CJ, but it'll be the old Abes with possession. D-to-D pass as it comes to the stick of Kelly, and then Kelly put it back towards center. Good speed from Luke Lindsay as he came in across the blue line. It was poke checked away. Now it's C.J. Lass. Lass runs through an attempted hit, and he got the better of the collision with Peyton Platter. Stretch pass right wing, goes right past Carter Autumn. It'll be icing. Face-off coming back into the Eau Claire Memorial zone.
Once again, you can definitely see what Eau Claire's plans are. They're going to stretch the ice. They're going to fly a couple guys, try to put as much pressure on the Hilltopper defenseman as they can.
Fans still filing into the Omni Center. Draw here in the near circle. Hardy Weiner. And the draw is won by the old Abes. Claire Memorial got it in across the blue line to the neutral zone. In left wing is Carter Autumn. Autumn cuts in front. He shoots and scores. He worked around the defense and able to beat Clement near side. We're all tied up. 13:07 left in the first period. 1-1.
Yeah, defenseman had support. They just kept backing into the zone. No reason to do that. You had guys coming back. You could have stepped up and maybe shut that play down earlier. Kind of what we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, Rick. They're going to have to shut some of those rushes down in the neutral zone.
Yeah, it was good effort right there by Carter Autumn. That is his second goal of the playoffs. The senior at 28 points in the regular season. Back to the center circle we go. The clown music's got to go. I don't know what they are doing with that stuff. That's something we need. At the center circle, it's picked up here by Pop. Pop to Carter Staub. Nice pass off the wall. Here comes Mango. It's cutting the slot. Shot on net. Stranke makes the save. Oh, what a great play there. A great setup. And Stranke able to make the stop.
Nice little cutback by Manglitz. Nice area pass by Staub. Beautiful start to a rush, and Manglitz just wasn't able to get it by him, but a good scoring opportunity for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, the pace of this game is outstanding right now, guys. Just being out here, watching the speed. These guys on both sides, it's electric.
All right, they win the draw. Degatano fed it back to Pop. Right wing wall, it's Staub. Staub knocks it down into the corner. Degatano getting a rough ride there. Manglitz comes in to help. Drops it back to Kyle Como. Off the stick of Degatano, sent behind the net. Staub crashes and bangs. Picked up by Eau Claire Memorial, but they don't really have any control of the puck. Finally, right wing wall. It's Bernicki, and he'll get it all the way down. The race is on for the puck. Will Sherry's pretty quick. He'll have it behind the net. I'll whip back to the far point. They wind up the shot blocked. Here's a chance for the Hilltoppers if they can get on their high horse, but Manglitz not able to get to it in time. Bernicki able to get to it first. Hilltoppers try taking it in left wing. Carter Staub. Love the way this game is going. It is fun to watch. Pop. Send it to the blue line. Again, Staub. Shot from the neutral zone. Goes wide. Picked up by Luke Lindsay. Lindsay whiffed on his first pass attempt. He'll take it in, drop it off right wing. Knocked down by Hudson Weber. Now a nice pass to CJ from Duran, and it gets locked up along the Eau Claire bench line. And
actually hit the ref.
It's now a centering pass knocked away by Peyton Jones. Brennan Mason backhand into the rail in the near corner. Now fed back near point, slung right side towards the net wide. Off the stick of Liam Steele. And the Hilltopper, CJ Lass, right wing. Sent ahead Duran. Duran tries cutting between two defenders. Now Peyton Jones chips it to the corner past the stick of Lass. Jones gets off for a change. Duran tried to work it back to Brennan Mason, gets past him and all the way down to the Hilltopper end. 10:56 left. Icing is the call. Shots are 4-1. Hilltoppers, the score locked up one apiece.
As we talked earlier, great pace to the start of this game. Question is, are both teams going to be able to keep that pace throughout?
The playoffs are here, and a great crowd here at the Omni Center tonight. Great venue to watch some hockey. Do a fantastic job maintaining the place. Mike McCaffrey, what a great effort he puts in here. Here's a chance for the Hilltoppers. Quick turnaround by Weiner, and it just went wide. Now along the right wing wall, Colin Como, Hardy Weiner. Now Brennan Mason from the near point along the blue line, sends it deep into the corner. Charlie Kane, one-timer, he scores! Oh, put in front, Kane to Hardy Weiner, and it's 2-1.
What a great little play by Charlie. He just started to go behind the net, pulled everybody, and Hardy stayed home.
It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is our plan.
There it is, goal call number 2 for the Hilltoppers, and Hardy Weiner with his first of the playoffs. It's 2-1, 10:34 left. Just what the doctor ordered. The Hilltoppers answer. Mason Manglitz in his line out there with Carter Staub and Jordan Degatano. It's the Memorial Old Abes that win the draw. Here comes Bernicki. Drop pass, couldn't pick it up. Now Carter Staub taking it back the other way. Carter Staub to center looking for Manglitz. Broken up. There's another shot taken just wide by DeGaetano. Manglitz pushed it towards DeGaetano behind the net. Eau Claire Memorial trying to clear. Pop there to keep it in as he pinched the left wall. Now rings around to the near side. The Old Abes will get it out to the neutral zone. Back is Carter Staub. His pass was knocked away as it was covered by Max Savaloya. Out of the slot, broken up. Good defensive play by Manglitz. Here they come up ice. Kyle Como takes a bump and off the puck he goes. Behind the net, Parrott. Nice outlet as it's worked across the line by Savaloya. There's a trailer in the right circle. They snipe and score and tie it up. 2-2 the score. And the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes fire right back to make it a 2-2 hockey game with 9:32 remaining here in period number 1. And a nice effort by Cole Fisher.
Actually, a really nice play by Brennan Mason to step up, not back in, and he steps up, but no forward came to support him when he did it.
2 shots, 2 goals for the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes. Save percentage not looking great for Noah here in the early goings. Back to the center circle we go for the draw. Old Abes answer, it's 2-2. Off the draw, Tommy Duran drops it in off the left wing wall. Stop behind the net by Stranke. Gets out from his defense. That'll hop over Peyton Jones, stick back to Brendan Mason. Mason shot. And then there's Lass with a 1-point blank range and Stranke with an amazing stop. Oh, I thought we were going to have a 3-2 hockey game with that one.
Looks like it's going to be one of those nights, Rick.
It is for sure one of those nights, the way things are starting. It is chance after chance. The net comes off and they get the whistle. Another face-off in the Eau Claire Memorial end. CJ out there in center. And the clearing attempts. Not out. Hudson Weber rushes up the slot. He shoots and scores! Right up over the right shoulder of Stranke. And it's 3-2. Hilltopper.
As we said, it's going to be one of those nights.
Holy moly.
Wow. Do I really look like a guy with a plan? I just do things.
There it is. Scotty Gran from behind the glass. An infamous goal call. We'll see if you can figure out the theme tonight, as the Hilltoppers are going to make you work through that list tonight, it appears.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Both teams, I think.
It's a great hockey game so far, gentlemen.
It is. Hudson Weber comes up big. That is his second goal of the playoffs. Now the Old Abes send that puck into the Hilltopper zone. Duran takes a hit, stays strong on his skates, fed back to the near point, just held in, and then that's just batted away with a blocker by Clement as it came in off the stick of Easton Tock. Now here comes CJ Lass. Defense trying to get back. Lass breaks through one. Lass ends up running out of real estate there in the corner. And now there's Easton Tock. Nice outlet pass. Up to Peyton Platter. Platter got plattered into the wall by Max Pop. Here's Platter again, though. Puts it up high off the glass, down into the corner. Now in the near corner. Kyle Como worked it to Pop, far corner. And then sent out of the zone all the way down, and that should be...
They waved it.
Well, they waved it off, yeah. Stretch pass knocked down by the stick of Manglitz. Carter Staub throws it in off the right wing glass. Tock tries to get it past Staub. Mason not able to hold it in. Hudson Weber reached out and tapped it with a stick. Now Manglitz knocked that puck ahead, but the Old Abes defense was there. Weber. Left wing there to DeGaetano. Got it up to Manglitz, who had it, lost it, gets it back. Look at him hustle. Manglitz drop pass there for Staub. Now DeGaetano drops down low behind the net. Going to try to stop it with a backhand. Puck is still loose. And the Old Abes throw it into the corner. Mason holds it up at the near point. That gets past Staub's stick. Back behind the net. DeGaetano trying to get possession. 7:16 left here in period number 1. 3-2, the Hilltoppers with the lead in this one. Banked off the left wing wall. Brennan Mason all the way back into the neutral zone. Eau Claire Memorial with possession. Sent out the near boards by Joe Kelly. Back across the blue line, batted there by Mason's glove. Forced across the line by Hardy Weiner. Shot it just wide right, and Stranke covered up with the glove. Near side, 6:50 left here in the first period. 3-2. The Hilltoppers with the advantage in the student section is rousing it up behind the net.
Well, it's interesting. You've got guys doing things that really they haven't been doing all year. Hardy Weiner out there really playing a nice little physical play there and competed pretty hard. You know, you've got Como playing hard. They're all playing hard. Carter Staub moving his feet. Things that they've all been working on throughout the year to get better at.
Off the draw, the Old Abes will pick up the puck and take it up ice. On the move is Carter Olson. Olson trying to get around Max Pop. He goes down. Now they dangle behind the net. But there's C.J. Lass getting a piece of the puck to Duran, who drops it back behind his netminder Clement. Picked up in the near corner by Pop. Pop throws it up the right wing wall, escapes into the neutral zone. Then C.J. Lass feathers it ahead for Tommy Duran. Duran now trying to work it between two defenders to Lass, and he can't pull the trigger on the shot. 3 defenders in the area. Lass goes down as both skaters take a tumble. Now the Old Abes and Kyle Como with a hit there that might get him a sit in the penalty box, and it looks like when they touch this puck, they'll blow the whistle, and it's going to be
head contact.
Power play here for the Old Abes. 6:03 to play, first period. First power play coming up here for the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes, who have a power play working at 25.9% effective. Penalty kill for the Hilltoppers at 86.9.
Got a valid, Coach Franzini not happy with that call. Probably got a valid point. The Eau Claire Memorial kid kind of just fell down to his knees and ran into Como, whose stick was even down on the ice.
I didn't see that it was a penalty, but nonetheless they call it. And that's what we deal with. The power play here for the Old Abes. Looking to tie this hockey game up. Off the draw, Hudson Weber tries to clear Kant. Puck was held in there by Luke Lindsay. Lindsay picks it back up in the neutral zone. Luke Lindsay, a sophomore. Dumped in now, Brennan Mason. Faked like he was going to slap at it, which drew the skater off of him, but it's held in here by the Old Abes. There's Manglitz playing hard. Back to the near point with the puck. It's Sherry. Sherry feeds the top of the far circle, and the windup in the shot, it might have just caught the pads of Clement and bounced back out. But look out, here comes Carter Autumn. Autumn sends it on back to the right point. Lindsay, that bounces off of Autumn for a brief moment. Now fed down in the corner, Peyton Platter. Platter, the one-timer, no, blocked in front there by the Hilltopper defense. Now the puck behind the net. Old Abes from the right circle, blocked. Another shot did Manglitz. Beautiful work on D. Here comes Hudson Weber. He's going to get around a defender who was off his heels. Oh, Weber shoots it just wide. Oh, my goodness.
Hit the pipe.
What a chance.
Looked like it hit the pipe, too.
Now here's Duran. He'll center it in front for Lass, and it just poked out. Comes back into the neutral zone. That'll be dumped in. Stranke had his stick there, couldn't quite slow it down. 45 seconds left on the Eau Claire Memorial power play. Left wing to right, and broken up by Brennan Mason. Right back across the Memorial blue line, and they'll work it up the left side. Joe Kelly sends it in. Chasing after it is Max Savaloya. All the way back into the neutral zone it comes. Oh, CJ was lurking. He was looking to maybe get one of those special shorties with 19 seconds left on the penalty to Kyle Como. Dropped it off right side. And in the slot, look out, backhand, sent just wide off the stick of Savaloya. Hilltoppers will clear, and that's going to take care of the Memorial power play. 4:05 left in the first period, 3-2 Hilltoppers. Glad you're with us here on the Cooley Region Sports Network for playoff hockey. Knocked down there by DeGaetano, but forced out of the zone there by the Old Abes to the near boards. Dumped in again by Eau Claire Memorial. Hudson Weber behind the net. Weber feeds it left wing to DeGaetano, knocked down by a mid-level stick to Carter Staub, who drops it back. Max Pop doesn't hit with his pass, but it's knocked across the line. A chance here for Hardy Weiner. Weiner to the slot, the shot. Oh, the save is made off DeGaetano. And now the Old Abes up the right side. End-to-end action we got here. Both teams at full strength. 3:25 left. Puck behind the Hilltopper net. Back to the near point. Steele to the high slot. High shot way up high off the glass. Not on target. Now Weiner clears into the neutral zone. He ran into Staub in the process. And back to get the puck is Easton Tock. Tock to the neutral zone. And tripping coming across the line was Colin Como, and they saw it from behind. Penalty coming up against the Old Abes. 2:59 left here in the first period.
Yeah, opportunity with 2 minutes left. Try to get that 4-2 lead. Big opportunity for the Hilltoppers and a crucial moment for Memorial early in the game.
Scotty, what are you hearing down there on that Hilltopper bench?
There's a lot of energy going on, guys, and rightfully so. I mean, the pace of this game and the scoring chances Onalaska's been able to develop off the rush and just moving the puck around. It's been tremendous. Fun game to watch so far.
Carter Autumn is in the sin bin for a couple. The Hilltopper power play, 40.9% effective. The PK for Eau Claire Memorial, 85.3. Here's Brennan Mason with the puck. Off to Hudson Weber, down low in the corner to CJ, to Carter Staub, and then back to Brennan Mason. He feeds it to Tommy Duran. Duran, backhand off the side of the net. And now it's CJ Lass. CJ for the one-timer there. That was blocked in front by the Memorial D, and that'll be cleared down all the way. That'll kill some time. Hilltoppers set up a power play rush. Like to say hi to the Duran family watching in the Twin Cities and Chippewa Falls. Hope you're enjoying our coverage tonight, and thank you for all you do. Here is the Hilltoppers back at the near point with Brennan Mason. And Duran, and a shot there by Staub, and the save was made by Stranke. Puck behind the net. Staub again. Hilltoppers buzzing. They've got 1:08 left on the power play. Back to Hudson Weber. Then the shot by Lass goes right cross crease. Stranke lost his stick for a brief moment. Now it's Tommy Duran. Kicks it along the end wall to Lass. Lass puts it behind the net to Duran. Duran to Staub at the near circle. Cross ice looking for the one-timer for Lass. He whiffed at it, but he gets it back on his stick, then fed it to Weber. Back to CJ. CJ slings it right on the doorstep and couldn't quite get the one-timer off the post there. Now the Old Abes will clear to the neutral zone. 8 shots on goal for Onalaska Co-op and 2 for the Old Abes, but 2 that are really important because they both went in. That's put towards the front of the net, hits the defense of Brennan Mason, and Noah Clement tracks it down and gets on top of it with a $1:26 left here in the first period. Hilltoppers up 3-2. Tonight's game is presented to you by Jones Construction Company. If you're looking into doing a remodeling project in your home, call Phil Jones today to get a quote, 608-386-8292. Jones Construction Company in Onalaska. Off the face-off, saved by Clement. Puck comes to the far circle. Up ahead, looking for Colin Como, and poke checked away. Mason Manglitz feeds Como, trying to split the D. Como with a shot, blocker save, rebound, they score! Mason Manglitz buries it past Stranke, and it's 4-2 Hilltoppers. $1:09 left here in period number 1.
Great. It was a really nice little play by Como. He kept his momentum going, went around him, snapped the shot off, but I don't necessarily think he was trying to score. It was a rebound that went right to Manglitz and basically had an open net.
Is it just me, or is it getting crazier out there?
I keep interrupting Scotty's goal call. Maybe I should just be quiet and let him speak first, but he's a little slow on it.
Oh, no, it's okay. He should get in right after. Like, he just get it in there, because they're nice and short. I like them short like that, Scotty. No comment. He's just shaking his head. 4-2 the score. Hilltoppers with a lead. Lots of hockey to be played. Dumped in back behind the net, under a minute to go. We have Tim Franzini coming up in our first intermission. Pass intercepted here by the Hilltoppers. And racing up ice is CJ Lass. Got it right wing, crossed the line. Oh, he tried the toe drag through the leg. Didn't quite work. The shot by Duran is gloved down low at the near post by Stranke. And a draw will stay down in the Eau Claire Memorial end.
That's okay for CJ to do that. I don't mind him trying to make a play there because he knows he's got support with Tommy right on him. It's perfect. Puck support is excellent tonight.
CJ Lass will settle into the circle. off the draw, comes to the net, and again, it'll be covered up. Kyler Franke, 1-0 in the playoffs, 1.00 goals against, .833 save percentage. Had 3 shutouts during the regular season. CJ Lass again on the draw. And it's Eau Claire Memorial who wins it. Connor Byrne put it near side. And up ice they come. Joe Kelly chases it to the corner. Pop gets it there. And here's CJ Lass. CJ's been everywhere here in this first period.
And we got another penalty on Memorial here. So
look at CJ's move towards the front of the net. Oh, he's looking for Peyton Jones, who was there in the slot. That shot whizzes wide from Kyle Como's stick. Now
penalty.
Jones gets in a little bit of a shoving match. You don't want to get a penalty right back here.
No, penalty behind the play as the play's going up. I think it was one of the defensemen for the Hilltoppers just got knocked down.
It looks like it's going to be Joe Kelly, too. Joe Kelly has 4 shorthanded goals this season, so it's good to see him sitting in the box, eh?
Yeah. Takes a key penalty killer out of the mix.
Scotty, are you okay after that last goal call?
Yeah, I'm good. I've got the best seat in the house over here.
You got a good one. You got a good one.
It's fantastic.
It's behind the glass for us tonight. Of course, the voice you hear, Scotty Gran, basketball play-by-play. Shot on net, the save made. As the Hilltoppers try to get one quick here with 10 seconds remaining. Scotty will be calling the game with Lisa Kay on Saturday night. Sun Prairie and the Onalaska boys basketball team. Should be a good one. A little prepper before the playoffs begin.
Yeah, I mean, Onalaska, again, that huge win against Central, and they're playing a tough one against Sun Prairie on Saturday.
Another shot on net there by Hudson Weber. Now it's Max Pop. Pop sends it back behind the net. There's DeGaetano with a centering pass, and that's going to do it for our first period of play, and an exciting one it was. 13 shots for the Hilltoppers. They score 4 times. Eau Claire Memorial with 3 shots and 2 goals. And let's hope that Noah Clement will have a little more success stopping pucks coming up in our second period of play. But boy, the offense looked really, really good. It looks like Coach Franzini going to meet with his goaltender here before he's ready to talk to Scotty, and that's just fine. We're here, and we work with Tim whenever he's ready to go. He's talking with Noah, and obviously a little bit of a pep talk probably after that first period. Tim?
I never talked to the goalies during a game, so I don't know.
All right, let's find out what Tim Franzini thinks. Scotty Gran's with the coach. Take it away, Scott.
Coach, great first period for your guys. What a great pace hockey game we have here. I think you and I talked before the game. We kind of expected that to some degree. Just talk about the offensive prowess your team has right now. Tim had mentioned puck control and talking about puck protection. Guys on the backside looking to clean stuff up. That's been pretty good tonight for your team.
Yeah, I mean, we've been really playing well down the stretch here. It's not just tonight. I mean, we played so well against U School. Well, I mean, that was a 5-2, 4-1 win for us. We played so well, and guys are so dialed in, and they've really bought into everything. I mean, they just, they want to. They're loving this. They thrive this time of the year, and I mean, it's like we've hardly had to do anything this last 2 weeks. They're just so focused, and I could tell they were ready to go tonight. Just like I knew they were ready to go against U School. So, that's a 4-0 period for us if we can stop the puck.
Yeah, and Noah's been out for a little bit, and he's trying to get his gears about him here. And I guess what'd you say to him at the period there, just to get him pepped up?
Just he's not tracking the puck. He's finding it, but then he's kind of like there's traffic or there's guys going in front of him, and he's kind of dodging and getting out of them, and then he's got to refine that puck. I just said just dial in on that puck. He's got to know where that puck is all the time. He's got to fight through screens. We got to make the saves that they're supposed to make, and those 2 got to be made at this juncture of the year. I mean, those just pucks can't get through you, and our guys are working their tails off. They're so dedicated, they're so committed, and you want everybody to be committed. You want everybody to be working as hard as they are, and we've had to come down on our goaltenders lately. I mean, we need them to practice and have better practices, which they finally started having, and things, and hopefully we can start showing the results of it.
Talk about hard workers. CJ Lass is just on a different level tonight. I mean, I've watched him all year, and tonight he is just a man possessed. He is like one-on-one with everything, he's physical, he's quick, he's making plays happen. And in the locker room, I saw him coming out. I could hear him coming out saying, man, I can't wait for this one. You can see it on the ice tonight, can't you, Coach?
Yeah, he hasn't been real vocal all year. I mean, he's been a true leader. He's been a great leader. Tommy's kind of been our more vocal guy, but CJ's been a little bit more vocal the last couple weeks and things. But I mean, those guys have played a ton of hockey, and I mean, they're thriving on this time of the year. And we're seeing somebody we haven't seen in a long time. I think this might be the only second time I've ever coached against Eau Claire Memorial team in 32 years. So, I think they were excited about that. We're using that disrespected card as much as we can. We're going to ride that all the way. We feel, not only we've been disrespected this year at the seating meeting. We obviously know the story from last year, and we're using that too. I mean, any ammunition we can get, we're using, and guys are ready to go.
What do you say to them in the locker room? They're pretty motivated right now.
Oh yeah, we've got to just keep going. I mean, I thought we had 2 or 3 more goals there, great opportunities. We just got to capitalize, make sure we're ready. Sticks are on the ice when there's traffic and there's pucks in front there, because we had a couple easy putbacks if we would have been in position or just ready a little bit quicker. So, just got to keep going.
Thank you for your time, man. Good luck the rest of the way, Tim.
All right, there he is, Coach Tim Franzini. He might not have a voice by the end of the second period. We'll see if he has one in the postgame. Nonetheless, we've got a little bit of time here before we start second period action. I got to take a quick break here, and we'll be back with your intermission on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
Life is one big adventure. Nature is calling, and Wisconsin has a lot to offer. It's time for you to take a Manglitz outdoor adventure. Hunting adventures include deer, bear, and turkey. Fishing adventures are available as well in any season. Manglitz Outdoor Adventures specializes in youth and disabled hunters and fishers. Answer that call. An outdoor adventure is waiting for you. For more information, email manglitzoutdoors@gmail.com and subscribe to the Manglitz Outdoor Adventures on YouTube channel.
Manglitz Outdoor Adventures!
Award-winning builder, Jones Construction, specializing in residential remodeling. If it is in or on your home, Jones Construction can fix it, update it, or add on to it. Kitchens and bathrooms, countertops and backsplashes, windows and doors, siding and decks, you name it. Jones Construction can do it. Owner-operator means hands-on from start to finish. Jones Construction is fully licensed and insured with over 20 years of experience and winner of People's Choice at the 2015 Parade of Homes. Call Phil with Jones Construction today, 608-386-8292.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Wisconsin. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
The Coulee Region Chill, proud members of the NA3HL, would like to thank all the fans and great host families for their support over the last 10 years. Many great memories have been made on the ice and off. It's been incredible to watch the Coulee Region Chill alumni as they moved on to play at the college level and, for the select few, even the professional ranks. Goalie Adam Carlson backstopped the Chill 2013 to 2015 and currently plays in the Winnipeg Jets organization with the ECHL Jacksonville Icemen. Defenseman Brogan Rafferty was a star for the Chill, as well as from 2013 to 2015, and now plays in the Vancouver Canucks organization with the AHL Utica Comets. Goalie Matisse Kivlenik starred in net for the Chill in 2016, and now plays in net for the Columbus Blue Jackets of the NHL. Celebrating 10 years of junior hockey in the Coulee region, the Chill thank you so much for your support.
The Onalaska Hilltoppers put up 4 goals in the first period and lead Eau Claire Memorial 4-2. We got about 4.5 minutes till we start second period action. Joining me up here in the booth, the head coach of the Hilltopper Girls Co-op, Mark Thorne. Mark, a tough loss today against an extremely hot goaltender. And we were talking in pregame and we said, you know, obviously on paper, you look at the matchup the first time you played against the Icebergs and you saw how many shots you put up, and you got, you know, the 4 goals in the third period and 3 of them from Kaya. Today, Kaya just couldn't make it happen like she did the first time, and you got a goaltender that just pretty much shut the door, and you get a late goal, almost squeak back into it. And just give me your thoughts right now. Obviously tough for those senior girls that played their last game. How are you feeling right now?
Well, you know, we're disappointed. Naturally, it was a great game. The girls played with all their heart in the second and third periods. The first period, we came out a little bit flat like we did the first time around with them. And then, you know, if you look at the scoring chances that we had in the second and third period, I mean, we had plenty of opportunities. We just couldn't get it past her. You know, and there's a number of reasons. You know, we were shooting. I mean, when you block 4 or 5 with your stick handle, you know, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. But a lot of shots were straight on. She could see them. There was no traffic in front of the net trying to screen her or anything like that. And when there was a rebound, we were just a little late getting to it. So, you know, it's one of those games where you can sit back and look and say, what if? But, you know, the girls, they didn't quit. As I told them in the locker room, I had nothing but pure respect for their attitude of never saying no. They came back and they tried to tie the score, and I thought with about 4 seconds left, I thought we were going to sneak one in there. But, you know, that's why we play the game.
I almost threw out, "Do you believe in miracles?" because I thought it was going to happen too. You outshot the team. You know, you had way more time in the attack zone. Overall, I thought your defense played really well, but, you know, passing when you should take a shot, and sometimes, you know, trying sort of lazy passes to get the puck across ice and having pucks stolen away, and that was kind of what did you in, I think, that and the hot goaltender.
Well, you know, and there was a couple of times where we could have afforded a little bit more patience on the puck. We were quick to shoot instead of taking a couple strides in and getting a better angle. We decided to shoot from the outside more often. And, you know, when we do that, you got to have people crashing the net. And we didn't. They were all staying to the outside looking for a rebound of some sort, and we put it right in their chest in that case. And, you know, I'm not taking anything away. The goaltender played a great game. She was on her angles all night long, and she won the game for them.
They advance, and that's the game. It's one and done, unfortunately, for the Hilltoppers this year. You know, your life will become maybe a little bit easier now, but I know you love and have the passion for coaching girls hockey and so involved in it and making it better for all the girls coming up, giving them more opportunities, want to create more teams, more interest, and you do a heck of a job, and I just want to say thank you for what you do for girls hockey.
Well, thank you. We've got a couple days off. The Coleman Cup is coming up. The U12 Coleman Cup tryouts will be second weekend in March, where me and a couple coaches will be up there and get the section, whatever number we are, 1 or 6, I don't remember. But we'll be picking that section team, and then we have a weekend later, we have the junior-senior tournament that we'll be involved in. And, of course, I'll be down at the state tournament for the girls hockey program at the banquet, and serving in my new role as president of the Girls Coaches Association.
Congratulations, too, by the way. That's awesome.
So, yeah, there's a little bit of rest, but not a whole lot.
Well, again, thanks for the fun this season. We had a lot of fun covering the Hilltopper Girls Co-op, and, you know, you got those other things coming up. We're going to take a break here, but another great season. Thank you very much, Mark.
Thanks,
Thorne.
Rick. We'll see you next year.
All right, that's fantastic. Mark Thorne joining us in the intermission. Going to take a quick break. Be back with second period action. Eau Claire Memorial and the Onalaska Hilltoppers Boys Hockey Co-op leading 4-2 after one here on CRSN.
Waste Management of Wisconsin is your local choice for all of your collection and disposal needs. From collection and recycling to state-of-the-art landfill operations. At Waste Management, think green is a way of life. It means commitment to customer satisfaction and long-term relationships. It means cleaner, safer communities. And it means you receive high-quality service second to none. Their goal is to be the single source for all of your collection and disposal needs. Sign up today and see why more people choose Waste waste management than any other. Contact Dean Lounsbro, DLOUNSBR at WM.com. 608-518-1720.
Rik Franke, Tim Ebner, and Scotty Gran behind the glass with you here for second period action. Want to thank the Coulee Region Chill of NA3HL Hockey, the fastest game in town, celebrating 10 years in the lacrosse area. And they're thanking you for your support over the last 10 years. I've been with them all 10, and it's been a blast. Coulee Region Chill, NA3HL Hockey. Also want to say hi to the last family watching tonight in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and Iowa City. Thank you for your support. All right, here we go, Tim. Fasten your seatbelts.
Yeah, that is true. It's an important first couple minutes of this period. You know, and the good thing is that the Hilltoppers are on the power play to maybe stem any momentum they're going to get from between period discussion with Coach Talk.
Puck in the neutral zone, and the Hilltoppers trying to find a way up the wall with 1:24 left on the power play to start the second period. Tommy Duran to stop right wing. Duran will drop down low. He'll get the pass down in the corner. Duran then feeds it back far point, Brennan Mason. Brennan Mason walked it up. His shot went right into a body. Now it's Duran in the corner. Back to Mason again, far point. Now it gets off Duran's stick, comes behind the net. CJ comes up to knock it back to Duran with a point blank shot right doorstep. And it went up and out of play. 1:02 left on the power play as the Hilltoppers look to get a quick one here and get a 3-goal lead. Drop it at the far circle. Carter here. Fed back to Brennan Mason.
They're going to have to reverse that. They're going to have to kick it over to the other side to Weber because they're just pinching that off down low right now.
Puck down the near corner now. Fans gathered along the glass there. See a lot of familiar faces. Hudson Weber now at the left point. That pass gets a little off Tommy Duran and chipped by a Memorial stick all the way down. Just 35 seconds left on the man advantage. Hilltoppers. Brennan Mason. Passes to center. Now left wing dropped in by Colin Como. Runs into a defender as it comes behind the net. First to the puck there was Easton Tock. Cleared to the neutral zone. Just 19 seconds left on the power play. Chipped up, jump puck. Grabbed there by Max Pop. Sends it back to Peyton Jones. Stretch pass left wing to Manglitz. Now here comes a backhand by Como, and the save was made by Franke. Nice job by Jones to keep the puck in. Jones fires it wide. Comes all the way back. Far point. It's full strength now for Eau Claire Memorial. Here they come into the zone. Savaloya stops in the corner, tries to feed the near circle, but the pass goes all the way back into the Old Abe zone. Actually switched goaltenders here. It's Joe Bergen net. He's number 30. Here's a shot down low. Nice kick saved there by Noah Clement. That's a big stop for his confidence. Puck in the neutral zone. Here come the Hilltoppers back the other way. There's Berg steering the puck behind the net. 5'9", 180, a senior. 3-8, 3.77 goals against, 866 save percentage.
They definitely have the line match that they wanted here.
Puck behind the Hilltopper net now. Kyle Como had it between his skates. Now Hardy Weiner there, but they're going to pass to the front of the net. Nobody able to get a clean shot for the Old Abes. And then Derek Carey chops at that one. It lands in the neutral zone. Carey trying to chip it around, but the Old Abes get back defensively. Liam Steele. 14:03 left, second period. 4-2 Hilltoppers. Round 2, D1, Section 1. Brennan Mason, backhand pass up to Duran, draws a crowd, 3 defenders all around him. And sent to the neutral zone. Quick turnaround dump in by Pop. And our thanks to Jeff Ross on camera. Now the Old Abes will get it into the neutral zone. Peyton Jones back in the defensive end for the Hilltoppers. Nice up to CJ. Lass in left wing. Nice move around the D. Eventually, though, taking off the puck. Nice play by Joe Kelly. And that'll come all the way back On the icing call, 13-11 left here in period number 2. 4-2 Hilltoppers. The pace slowed down just a little bit, Scotty.
Yeah, just a little bit, but this bench is still fired up. And I don't know if you saw it, Rick, but one of the linesmen took a digger over here on the blue line. I thought he dusted himself off quite nicely, though, making it look like that. No harm, no foul.
All right, he's hoping nobody saw, but you did.
Well, was it the linesman or the referee? Because there's only one linesman and 2 referees, so I'm just trying to figure out which one it was.
I didn't see it. Here's a chance for the Hilltoppers. Puck in front of was loose, and they couldn't stuff it on as the goaltender was down. Joe Berg, I don't think he really knew where the puck was. Now in the corner, battle with DeGaetano, picked up by the Old Abes, and then dropped right back across the blue line, caught an Old Abes jersey, and now
once again the referee in the way.
They'll dump it in off the corner. Yeah, get out of the way, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it affects both teams either way.
Here's a chance towards the front of the net. If they could get a shot off, they could not. The Old Abes had an opportunity. They dodge it. Oh, here's Manglitz. Look at the effort there to knock that puck down. Just couldn't quite run with it after. Now back the other direction. Comes Bernicke. Poked away. Savaloya. And then the Hilltoppers. Chipped ahead by Staub. They wanted a line change, but that draw is going to come back into the Hilltopper end. It was great to see the confidence go up a little bit for Noah Clement as he's gotten a couple of stops now.
Yeah, he just got to get back in the flow of things. First game in a while.
Great student section tonight. There's a couple of seats left in the bleachers, but a pretty packed house for this boys hockey playoff game. Glad you're with us here. For those that couldn't make it to be here in person, we're glad we're bringing it to you. Peyton Jones will send that puck in. Hops back behind the net. Berg puts it to the corner. Savaloya worked it up the left side. Oh, good stick work there by the Hilltoppers to break it up at the blue line. Jones trying to connect with C.J. Lass. Puck comes to the near boards now and slapped in across the blue line. Chasing after it is Connor Byrne. Byrne and Tommy Duran. Duran scored the first goal of this game. 1 of 4 for the Hilltoppers. Loose puck in the neutral zone, picked up by Liam Steele, and Steele then left it off to the right winger, who was Max Savaloya, and his shot didn't make it through traffic all the way down. It comes back into the Eau Claire Memorial end for an icing. 11:15 left here in the second period. 4-2 Hilltopper. Shots are 16-4, Tim.
Well, it's kind of been their MO all year. You know what I mean? They outshoot their opponents. You'd probably go back and look almost every game. I don't know if they've been outshot at all yet this period. Maybe the Sun Prairie game. That would be the only one I could possibly think of.
We'll say hi to the Como family watching and Aunt June watching from Arizona. Thanks for tuning in here on the CRSN YouTube channel, CurleyRegionSportsNetwork.com. And that's pushed off to the near circle. Drop back right point. Screw, that little redirect went up and over the crossbar. Good setup by Eau Claire Memorial. And the neutral zone picked up by Manglitz. Manglitz will get around one defender. Manglitz from the right circle. Shot on net. Berg makes the save. Got down low and made the stop.
You're going to see a renewed energy out of Berg. I think. He's just a senior. You know what I mean? He's looking to come back, finish out his career here on a high note, and you can guarantee he's going to compete hard tonight now.
He is for sure ready to go. He looks ready at the top of the crease as the draw comes back to the Hilltoppers. Another whistle while we have this stoppage. I'd like to thank the Weber family and Marilyn Knudsen, who loves to watch her grandson Hudson on CRSN. Draw one here by Memorial. Worked right wing. Up ice they come. Carter Olson lost it. Back in the neutral zone. Manglitz knocks it down. Here comes Mason again. Mason from the right circle feeds the slot. DeGaetano shot just wide. Wrap around, stuff it up with the backhand, and then Berg scrambling in front. And the puck comes to the far circle now. Hilltoppers had a golden opportunity. Back the other way. Here comes Eau Claire Memorial. Busted in Joe Kelly. Kelly, shot was blocked by Brennan Mason. Good way to sacrifice the body. Held up at the blue line. Dumped on down. We got a whistle. Something, net come off?
Offside.
Oh, I guess it is. still filing in. Draw at the far dot. And Como sends it in.
Okay, now we get the ice. Give everybody a chance to take a deep breath here.
Slowing it down quite a bit. Scotty Gran's behind the glass. What do you got for us, Scotty?
Well, Joe Berg on that last shift, I mean, I don't know how Onalaska didn't stuff it past him. I mean, Degatano's on the doorstep. You got a great pass by Manglitz. He just reached out with that left pad and just covered the corner of the post, and it was a great play by Berg. Like you guys said, he's ready to go.
Off the draw, Memorial wins the face-off. Blocked at the circle by Pop. And then thrown up left wing. Pushed across the line by Memorial. Quinn Anderson trying to rack up his guy in the corner. He's tangled between two. Quinn picks the puck up, comes behind the net. He'll go tumbling down. Colin Como's over there, digs the puck out from under a body. Now left wing, here comes Derek Carey. Carey shoots it in off the left wing wall, rings it all the way around. Como drops it back down behind the net again. Berg looks over the shoulder, sees his D is there, and chips it into the neutral zone. On net, easy save made by Berg. Nice play there on defense by Pop. And Quinn Anderson goes down with a Memorial skater out in front, and Clement gets down on top of it with a glove. 9:07 left here in period number 2. Shots 21-4, Hilltoppers. Thanks to Manglitz Outdoor Adventures. Nature is calling, and it's time for a Manglitz Outdoor Adventure, specializing in youth and disabled hunting adventures. For more information, manglitzoutdoors@gmail.com. Right off the draw, point-blank shot to save by Clement. Clear to the neutral zone. Memorial's 5th shot on net. They had 3 in the first period, 2 here. Brennan Mason to Hudson Weber, came off his stick. Savaloya off the left wing wall. Mason back to pick it up far circle. Drops in behind Noah Clement. Up to Duran, left wing wall. Backhand pass in the neutral zone, picked up here by Memorial. Up ahead to Savaloya, and they come in offsides. Coming up in our second intermission, Scotty Gran's going to make his way over to the bench to talk with Chris Tock, the head coach of the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes.
Former Wisconsin Badger.
Yep.
Former coach in the North American League, coached in the USHL. And has also coached college, D1 college, so he knows the game and been around the block a little bit.
Off the draw, Hilltoppers send it into the neutral zone. Controlled as Lindsay played a little catch there with Parrott. Degatano just outside the blue line and comes back high slot to Brennan Mason to Carter Staub. Pushed it across the Memorial blue line. D-to-D pass to Luke Lindsay. Lindsay comes up ice. Weber there. Hilltoppers doing a good job of breaking things up as the Old Abes come into the zone. High shot off the glass. To the corner, Brennan Mason. To Carter Staub. Got it into the neutral zone. And dump back in. Behind the net, Brennan Mason. To the corner to Staub. Pace is slowed down quite a bit here. Degatano sends it in. Lindsay in the corner, stretch past neutral zone. Weber had it, lost it. Now Colin Como knocked it back in behind his netminder. Pop quickly off right wing, Hardy Weiner. Weiner coughs it up, now a chance on the slot. The Hilltoppers break it up. Weiner. Now Lindsay trying to work it down. 3-on-3 action there as Hardy Weiner brings it around and all the way back down to the Memorial end. 7 minutes to play here in the second. A lot less action here in this second period. Tempo is slowed down drastically. Connor Byrne, I think Coach Tock probably saw that there's a little bit of a offensive advantage for the Hilltoppers, and he's playing a different style now. Would you agree?
Well, both teams are. They're both trying to be smart, set things up, I think, more for that third period. Yeah, Memorial would like to get some more opportunities. They've had some. Noah's come up with some nice saves. And this is where we're at, 4-2. No goals at all this period. Both teams trying to just play smart.
No goals and a lot less in terms of shots on goal. Face off near circle. And off the draw. Comes to the near boards. CJ Last chases to the corner. Old Abes used the near wall to send it up, but not out. Max Pop keeps it in with a backhand. Knocked down with a glove. Picked up in the circle. CJ Last. Last from the right circle. Shot it wide. Now it's Pop. And to push it back behind the net to CJ. CJ sees it go to the corner. Last off the wall. Poke checked away. And knocked back there by Kyle Como. It'll be picked up by the Hilltoppers. Slung around to the near wall. Peyton Jones to Kyle Como. Como into the neutral zone and dumped right back in by Memorial. Hit up against the near boards there. Jones comes in to try to help. 5:50 left here in the second period. 4-2 Hilltoppers. A little bit of a hook on Peyton Jones there. No whistle. Centering pass. Hilltoppers. Good job of getting in front of the goaltender Clement to make sure there were no lanes. And the outlet pass tips right off of Tommy Duran's stick. Here they come. In across the blue line. The Memorial Old Abes. Good defense again by Pop. That's going to be held in just barely at the blue line by Tock. And the clearing attempts held in again here by Memorial. Oh, Tommy was going to run with one there, but his lane was closed off. Liam Steele steps in front. There's the dump in, and the faceoff going to come back to the Memorial end. Shots 21-5 in favor of the Hilltoppers.
Great play by Max Pop stepping up there. Almost had an opportunity to break it down the ice on the breakaway, and Max playing an excellent game tonight, playing back to the way he should play, as aggressive as he has been. In the past, he kind of was a little passive the other night. Now he's back to his own self.
4-2, second period, 5:08 left. Mason Manglet set to take the draw. And the Old Abes come up with a puck from behind their own net. Stretch pass sent ahead by Byrne. Here's a chance, one-on-one with the goaltender. Clement, oh, they score! Up underneath, Noah Clement. And it's a 4-3 hockey game. The Old Abes got the breakaway and got it done when they needed to. Max Semoloja, his second goal of the playoffs, and his 15th.
Just great stretching the ice. Same thing they were doing in the first period. Hilltoppers have been pretty disciplined up until that point.
So again, a one-goal game. 4:57 left in the second period. Tough situation for Noah Clement there. 3 goals, 6 shots. Oh, God, I absolutely hate that clown music. Scotty, can you make them turn it off?
Oh, my gosh. I was liking the music until they played that crap.
Oh, my goodness.
Excuse me, but I just can't stand it.
I agree with you. All right, here we go. Dump to the neutral zone, sent across the blue line. Brennan Mason. Degatano trying to connect there with Manglitz. That's going to come back into the Hilltopper end for a draw. Scotty, what is the bench like right now after that?
Very quiet.
Yeah.
Very motivated. Obviously, this game has been great. A lot more physical in this period, obviously, like we've been talking about. But as soon as that goal went through, there was a lot of silence.
Well, let's see if we can turn the tide here. Hilltoppers up by 1. Haven't had that same offensive presence that we saw in the first period. Take it up the right side, Brennan Mason. Nice stick handling move, but it came off his stick. And at the last second, Manglitz trying to track it. He poked it loose, but the D back here for the Old Abes. Center circle, Staub dropped it back across the blue line. Now Manglitz steals it, stays on his skates after a hit, and there he is again. Manglitz rips it just wide. Boy, he can really light that puck up. Set it right wing, back down to the end wall. First to it there was Parrott. To the near boards, Brennan Mason. Hit a leg before it got to the net, then blasted by Trevin Kyson. Now up ice, here they come. Carter Ottom with a shot goes wide. Ottom behind the net now. Fed the front. They were on a line change, so nobody there to feed. Manglitz gets almost horse-collared there. Fans want a penalty. Dumped into the Eau Claire Memorial end, and got 3:37 left in the second period.
Good no call there. I mean, Manglitz coming hard, their guy coming hard. He did get him a little high, but there's been a few of those everywhere on the ice for both teams.
Face-off comes back in the Hilltopper end. And Peyton Jones went down right off the draw. Hilltoppers behind the net. Pop. Back near corner. That's Joe Kelly. Feeds Lindsay. Lindsay towards the net. Screen was set up. Saved there by Noah Clement. And up to Tommy Duran. He goes tumbling down. Joe Kelly with a cross-ice pass. Picked up by Kyle Como. And Pop. Sent it near side to CJ. Turnover. Chance here for Eau Claire Memorial. Shot up over by Cole Fisher. Lindsay dumped it into the Hilltopper end. Como back in the neutral zone. It was sent. Knocked down by Hardy Weiner. Weiner with a hit along the penalty box area. Sent in here by Eau Claire Memorial. Picked up by Kyle Como in the corner. Worked it to the right wing wall. And Eau Claire Memorial will get to that puck. Shot off a leg. Put to the far circle. Weiner with a hit, but he went down, and so did the other skater, who was Max Savaloya. There's a wraparound stop and tap, and a save made by Clement. Nice effort by Peyton Platter. Puck battle in the near corner. Picked up again by the old Abes. Shipped behind the net. Pop with a little hit. And Derek Carey knocks a man down as he gets outside the blue line. Pop. Sent it into the Eau Claire Memorial end. Now they're quickly out to the right wing of the neutral zone. Passed back by Tavari. And then the Hilltoppers dump it in. Berg slowed it down just a little bit for his defense. Liam Steele to the corner. On up the ice to Tavari. Tavari trying to get around Hudson Weber. Nice poke check to the corner. Look out, they'll lose puck. Sitting bottom of the far circle. And back far point now. Shot towards the net. Blocked in front by Brennan Mason. Manglitz worked it up to Degatano, but he couldn't do much with it. That pass towards center, almost a danger situation. And there's Degatano reaching out, but chipped back across the Hilltopper blue line. 1 minute remaining here in the second period. Dumped in here by the Hilltoppers. And an icing. Face-off going to come back towards Noah Clement with 54 seconds left. The Hilltoppers haven't mustered up much in terms of shots on Berg in this period.
No, they haven't, but once again, neither team has had many shots this period. If you look at it, you give the edge to Eau Claire Memorial a little bit, but they're not something either coach I don't think will be too happy with.
We're around 5-5, I think, in shots this period. Not much.
Yeah, it's not much either way, so.
Face off inside the Hilltopper end, and they win the draw. Mason gets it back on his stick. Brennan with a stretch pass. Quickly sent back to his stick as he takes it into the attack zone. Brennan Mason lost it into the near boards. Puts it towards the slot. Tommy Duran chases it to the right wing wall. Duran, space to Jones. Jones whiffed on the shot. And now look out, back the other way. Here comes Eau Claire Memorial. Pass was a little too far, and it's going to go back towards the senior goaltender, Joe Berg.
Fortunate there. To me, it looked like it got tipped in the neutral zone by the Onalaska player and just went by the Eau Claire stick. Probably shouldn't have been an icing, but I'm sure Onalaska will take it.
26 seconds remain. Scotty Gran getting in position. He'll visit with Chris Tock in our second intermission. Off a draw, Hilltoppers take it towards the net. Berg covers it up. We'll have another puck drop.
CJ has been working him on face-offs this game. He's pushed it forward a bunch of times and had chances.
CJ stays in the circle. Peyton Jones on left wing. Tommy Dearden on the right side. And just past Duran and then sent out of the zone there by Carter Olson. Back is Hudson Weber. Weber to Tommy Duran. Off the left wing wall. He was trying to connect with Jones. Couldn't quite hook up. Here's Weber up the left wing. Hudson Weber into the zone. Weber trying to shoot it between the legs, and the buzzer sounds before CJ could pick that puck up. 4-3 to score after 2 periods of play. 21-8. The shot advantage for the Hilltoppers. Scotty Gran getting in position to talk with the head coach of the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes, Chris Tock. As he heads that direction, we'll send it down to him, and once he's done chatting with one of his players there, he's talking with Trevin Kyson, Scotty and Chris Tock from the bench here. Let's see if he's going to talk with you or not. Is he getting somebody else to do it?
I think he's getting somebody else here.
No, he's sick, but take him anyways.
All right. Who we got here?
That's Chris Tock.
Coach Tock is right here. Coach, how are you? Good. Yeah, extensive experience in this game, obviously, through your coaching career, and you had a chance to coach this Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes team, and you got a really impressive, talented young roster. Talk about their development this year and what you've seen.
Well, it's definitely young guys out there. We got to, work hard to make plays because Onalaska is playing a fast north-south game, and, we just got to do things quicker. So it's the guys that picked up here in the second period, see what we can do in the third.
So you make the goaltender switch here early in the second. Strinky had a great year overall, but what made you decide to go that way, just the pace of the game?
Well, we just weren't playing as a hockey club. We were getting beat to a lot of loose races. Our guys just weren't competing, so that's one of those things that you don't have a lot in your arsenal. You got to, make a switch, make a shake-up in net, and, I don't think Strinky was playing terrible. It was just our team in front of him wasn't doing what we needed to do, so we had to shake them up.
But talk about the philosophy here in the second period. It was just run and gun in the first period. Second period, it seems like, I don't know if did you back a couple guys off just to slow Onalaska down, or did you change it up, or what did you do to kind of slow down the Hilltoppers?
We actually did the opposite. We got more aggressive on our forecheck and tried to slow them down. We thought they had some really good speed in the neutral zone, and were able to create some odd man or some, rushes with some speed. So we got a little bit more aggressive in making them move pucks more than instead of just being able to skate and use their speed, because they skate pretty well.
So what do you got to do here in this third period, do you think, to maybe pull this one out for the Old Abes?
I think we got to get more aggressive, get in their face a little bit more, good stick on puck to create those turnovers, and we got to find a better way to get more pucks to the net.
Well, good luck to you, sir. Thank you for your time, Coach Tock.
There it is, Scotty Gran with Chris Tock, and he hasn't changed much from the Bruins days. They used to love to muck it up too, and I'll tell you what, as a team that used to lead the league in penalty minutes, and we had some chill teams that used to rack up the penalty minutes back in those days as well.
Yeah, great job by Scotty Gran there.
Yeah, did you like that?
That was good. That was a good interview.
It was a good interview. He does a good job, right? We don't want to sell him short, right, Scotty?
Well, yeah, I like to prepare, and I want to, with royalty like Rik Franke and Tim Ebner, I got to make sure that I'm prepared on my end, since I'm a basketball guy and the goofy guy that does football games, So.
Oh no, you do a great job with the football games and the basketball games.
Yeah, we got a good crew here at CRSN. But to kind of go back on what Chris said, I think he's done a fantastic job coaching this team this year. Period. You see it on the ice, you see the discipline. This is a good young hockey team. We might be talking about them for the next couple of years.
All right, thank you very much, Scotty Gran. We've got about 9.5 minutes till we start third period play. The playoffs here on Cooley Region Sports Center. We'll be back in just a moment after a break.
Do you feel the need to be free, totally free checking, that is? Cooley Bank can satisfy that need. His free, her free, your free. Free means something different to everyone. Totally free means Cooley Bank has you covered. Free debit card, free online banking, free bill pay, free mobile banking, free e-statements, free interest checking and a free gift when you open your account. Do you feel the need to be free? Totally free? Go to any Cooley Bank branch or CooleyBank.net for more information. Cooley Bank, member FDIC.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Noble Insurance Service is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
When is a fixture not a fixture? When it's made from inferior materials, retail grade and manufactured to be sold at low prices. A fixture by definition means permanently fixed. Be sure your fixtures are permanently fixed, professional grade, and properly installed by the experts of Every Plumbing. Visit our showroom and look over the line of Kohler kitchen and bath fixtures. Every Plumbing, call us today for fast service and fixtures that are truly fixtures.
Imagine if you could feel better and live healthier without drugs or surgery. What if we told you that at Chiropractic Place Family Wellness Centers, we can help you turn that thought into a reality for you and your family with safe, gentle, and effective chiropractic care? At Chiropractic Place Family Wellness Centers, we focus on treating the whole person at one of our multiple locations, located in Southwest Wisconsin. We are a team of family-oriented chiropractors who offer our patients quality care as it relates to nutrition and weight loss, exercise, and living a healthy lifestyle. From newborns to seniors and everyone in between, all of our patients can experience the benefits of chiropractic care. Whether you're visiting us because you want to feel better, get out of pain, or even lose weight, we want you to know that you've come to the right place on your journey to wellness. Through tailored and specific care plans, we'll create the best treatment for your unique needs. And we don't stop there. We'll listen to your concerns and make you a partner in your care. At Chiropractic Place Family Wellness Centers, we don't just get you well, we'll help you stay well too. Discover the Chiropractic Place Family Wellness Center's difference.
Hi, we're the Chios family, and this is our story.
It has always been a dream of ours to put down roots and to find a place that we can call home. During our home buying process, Ultra took great care of us. They made us feel like we were their #1 priority and always greeted us with a smile. The process was so fast and easy, and we were able to sign our documents online with ease. We're so glad we chose Ultra. They made our dreams come true.
This is more than a bundle. This is more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home court. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. It's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Call State Farm agent Kurt Paff in Onalaska at 608-783-1130.
Rik Franke, Tim Ebner, and Scotty Gran back with you from the Omni Center. About 4.5 minutes or so until we drop the puck on the third period. I know you've been Looking at your phone, Tim, are you trying to dig up scores for us? You got any interesting tidbits?
Yeah, we got a few scores here right now. We got, the one we talked about earlier, Beaver Dam, number 7, beating Fond du Lac, number 2, 6-3. Right now, we got Mosinee up on Anago, 7-2. Wanakee, 8-2 over Cedarburg. Menominee, 7-2 over West Salem right now. Local scores, Chippewa and Eau Claire North, an important game in this section, 0-0. And then we've got Sun Prairie 3-0 over Tomah right now.
Wow, what period is that Chippewa game in?
It's got to be pretty close to the end of the second. I'm sure similar to this one, maybe even farther ahead right now. It looks like they're into the third period and just starting it. So.
All right, very cool. Good information there. Here it's 4-3. The Hilltoppers with a 1-goal lead, out shooting Eau Claire Memorial 21-8 earlier today. The Hilltopper girls co-op lost in our prior broadcast by the score of 2-1. Tough one. They outshot their opponent, the Stoughton Icebergs co-op, but not able to get it done at the very end after scoring with 1:15 left. They lose 2-1. Take a break. Be back with third period action here on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
At Oak Forest Dental, Dr. Huggett and Dr. Kane make it simple to achieve your healthiest, most beautiful smile. Whether you're looking for information on implants, teeth whitening, crowns, or preventative care, Oak Forest Dental will take care of you. Oak Forest Dental strives to create the ultimate stress-free and comfortable dental experience. Oak Forest Dental on Sand Lake Road in Onalaska, a proud supporter of Hilltoppers athletics, and a place where a positive dental experience begins with great relationships.
Life is one big adventure. Nature is calling, and Wisconsin has a lot to offer. It's time for you to take a Manglitz outdoor adventure. Hunting adventures include deer, bear, and turkey. Fishing adventures are available as well in any season. Manglitz Outdoor Adventures specializes in youth and disabled hunters and fishers. Answer that call. An outdoor adventure is waiting for you. For more information, email manglitzoutdoors@gmail.com and subscribe to the Manglitz Outdoor Adventures on YouTube channel.
Manglitz Outdoor Adventures!
Award-winning builder, Jones Construction, specializing in residential remodeling. If it is in or on your home, Jones Construction can fix it, update it, or add on to it. Kitchens and bathrooms, countertops and backsplashes, windows and doors, siding and decks, you name it. Jones Construction can do it. Owner-operator means hands-on from start to finish. Jones Construction is fully licensed and insured with over 20 years of experience and winner of People's Choice at the 2015 Parade of Homes. Call Phil with Jones Construction today, 608-386-8292. The Coulee Region Chill, proud members of the NA3HL, would like to thank all the fans and great host families for their support over the last 10 years. Many great memories have been made on the ice and off. It's been incredible to watch the Coulee Region Chill alumni as they moved on to play at the college level and, for the select few, even the professional ranks. Goalie Adam Carlson backstopped the Chill 2013 to 2015 and currently plays in the Winnipeg Jets organization with the ECHL Jacksonville Icemen. Defenseman Brogan Rafferty was a star for the Chill, as well as from 2013 to 2015, and now plays in the Vancouver Canucks organization with the AHL Utica Comets. Goalie Matisse Kivlenik starred in net for the Chill in 2016, and now plays in net for the Columbus Blue Jackets of the NHL. Celebrating 10 years of junior hockey in the Coulee region, the Chill thank you so much for your support.
So you think the Hilltoppers are ready to go? They've been out on the bench for a long time.
Yeah, they were out early. They look focused, hopefully just not too focused, so they have some energy here.
Now Eau Claire Memorial making their way out as we get set for the third period. Is it the final period? Well, it remains to be seen, but boy, I'll tell you what, this should be a really good finish, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and I think the key for Hilltoppers will be having short shifts this first little bit. get your legs moving, get your feet moving, get pucks in deep, go to work, and then get off the ice. Put your 30, 40-second max shifts in so you can keep the energy that you need.
What are your observations, Scotty, from the bench?
They're fired up, and Tommy Duran, man, the vocal leader of this squad, is trying to get everybody fired up in this period, telling them we got to give it everything we got, gentlemen.
Hey, Matt Sgrady's watching. He says you're looking really good down there, Scotty.
I doubt that's exactly what he said.
He did. He said looking and sounding good, and he had a picture of you he sent me.
All right.
Well, if he was comparing it to himself, then I don't know.
Oh, Timmy.
Here's the Hilltoppers.
I got to give Scrades
taking
a
it
little
behind
bit.
the net. Oh, a chance there, but they can't quite get it through all the way on goal as it's sent back down for an icing. But that's the kind of thing you want to start the period out, putting pressure on.
No question. Pucks to the net. Just throw some pucks. Keep the goalie honest to get this period going.
So the draw down in the Eau Claire Memorial end. Again, this place virtually filled, just a few seats. Some on our set of bleachers. I'm not sure what it looks like on the other set to my left. People wrapped around the rink. Definitely playoff time. Almost sectional final type looking crowd. Off the draw, the puck pops to the far boards and it gets caught up in Hudson Weber's jersey, drops back down. Then Peyton Jones trying to go with it, take it away. But poke check there by Hudson Weber, and CJ comes in offside. Says,
yeah, that's you'd like to see Peyton Jones just chip that deep instead of trying to make a move at the blue line there. Get that puck deep and then go to work.
I haven't seen Deansy around in a while. Scotty, have you put a tracker on Deansy?
Well, Deansy was over here early, and then
he's on the other side.
Yeah,
over
I don't know if he's hiding somewhere or what. I tried to get him to come talk to us, but I don't know. He wasn't down with it today for some reason.
Him and Magic Mike are sitting together.
Okay, long-time defensive coach with Tim Ebner, of course, and he worked with Tim Franzini as well back in the day, and obviously taking in the action. It's in the neutral zone now and dumped right back in by the Hilltoppers. Berg slows it down back behind the net. Put to the near boards by Lindsay. And the Hilltoppers back. Staub. Back to Pop, and then that'll get past everyone all the way down towards the goaltender Berg, who slows it down for his defense. Lindsay banks it off the left wing wall, gets past the glove of Como. Now Pop over to DeGaetano, dumps it to the far side of the net. Slowed down with a paddle there by Berg again. Out of the near corner now, Joe Kelly. Kelly takes the puck up ice, covered there by Carter Staub. Kelly into the attack zone, right wing, and set right back out there by the Hilltoppers. Lindsay's back defensively. Tock with a stretch pass. Tap across the line. And Brennan Mason in the near corner. Couldn't clear. Tock with a shot. Blocked in front. Banked up off the far boards. Chance for Como. Gets past the defense. One-on-one backhand shot. Tock shoots. Goal! Hilltoppers score! A huge goal. 5-3. 15:07 left here in the third period.
What a goal by Colin Como. Wow.
That was beautiful, guys. Desire becomes surrender. Surrender becomes power.
Tim put his arms up. He doesn't know what it means. Do you want to tell people the theme yet?
Well, this is like the Masked Singer on TV. You don't know what the heck's happening.
Yeah, if I was the Masked Singer, they'd probably shut it off.
Oh, Scotty, don't sell yourself short. You fancy yourself as kind of a vocalist.
Yeah, I was talking about taking the mask off, not the vocal part.
All right. There's a pass up the left wing wall here by the Old Abes. Back is Brennan Mason. Sent to the neutral zone. Thrown left side. Now here they come. Centered to the high slot. Good defensive play by CJ. Glass gets that puck ahead. Looking again for Como. Look at him. He's just really hyped up right now. Como with a huge goal and playing hard yet again. The Old Abes chipped up the left side by Peyton Platter. Knockback, neutral zone. Liam Steele. Good behind the back pass to Savaloya. Savaloya shot it wide. Now it's Tommy Duran ahead, looking for Hudson Weber, but picked up by CJ Lass. Now it's Tommy Duran. Oh, he tried to flip it back to Hudson, but broken up, and a stick goes flying in the neutral zone.
Don't need to get cute there, Tommy. Just needs to get that puck in deep.
Glove save made as Peyton Platter had 4 points in that first game. Icing will be called. You got to watch out for Platter. He's deceptive. He can make things happen. 25 points on the regular season. 3 shorthanded goals. Face off down the Hilltopper end. 13:54 left to play. Third period. Shots 22-9. Hilltoppers up 5-3. And thrown off the left wing wall there by Savaloya. Toppers get to the puck first. Degatano connects there with Manglitz. Manglitz around the defense. Shoots that one just off the arm of the goaltender. Comes all the way around near side. Back up ice come the Old Abes. Savaloya left it back. And nothing for Sherry. And here come the Hilltoppers. End-to-end action. Look at Manglitz to the front. And he goes wiping out into the end wall. Couldn't quite finish the move at the last second.
Looks like the refs are going to let a lot go this period. If they haven't called those 2 trips there, they're probably not going to call much.
Playoff hockey, that's what we're seeing. Will Sherry just across the blue line. Good contact as Lindsay couldn't do anything with it. Now here comes Hardy Weiner. Hardy Weiner making a couple of fakes and hits the side of the net with a shot put right out in front. No Hilltopper there as there was a wide open net with Berg down and out. Here comes Hudson Weber across the line. Hudson Weber's got one. He'll shoot it on net, and the save was made. Now pops back to the far boards, picked up here by the Old Abes. From the center circle, chopped across left side, and now back the other way comes Hardy Weiner. Hardy is playing the best I've seen him play all season long. Hardy in the corner, couldn't quite get that centering pass. The neutral zone, Brennan Mason flips it down and around. Berg out of the net. Leaves it there for Connor Byrne. Stretch pass off the back of the skates of Carter Olson. Chance here out in front, and a tripping penalty should be coming up on the Hilltoppers.
No call.
No. Wow, that's a break right there.
Well, that's what I said. They could have held 2 down on this end on Memorial, and now they let Onalaska get by with 1. So
that's a forward, though, right in front of the net with the puck. I mean, I got to say that at least they're consistent. They aren't calling anything.
Right.
But that was definitely a penalty. And obviously upset is Savaloya. He's having a discussion that's a little animated with the officials. Scotty, you got a better vantage point. Your thoughts?
Oh, yeah, he's definitely fired up. But, I mean, Pop just making a play on the puck. And, I mean, the great play for him to just sprawl out and make a play defensively to keep it away from Noah. But Savaloya's got every reason to be upset.
Off the draw, puck sitting at the circle. Kind of a tie up there, and it gets back to Savaloya. Quick turnaround. Oh, boy, there it is. That's a bouncing puck that came right in front. And the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes took advantage of it. That's just one of those situations where the puck bounced in exactly the right place, and I told you they were going to be dangerous. I mentioned Peyton Platter, and now it's a 1-goal hockey game again. Platter and Savaloya getting things done in the offensive zone. Shot comes off a body and sits right in front of the net. What do you do if you're Noah Clement on that one?
Not a lot you can do. My bigger question is, where was the coverage? Somebody should have had him going to the net with him. I'm not sure who that was.
11:58 to play, third period. Old Abes strike back. 4 goals on 10 shots. Here's Kyle Como. Can't get it through. Dumped in by Savaloya. He's going to get a lot of ice time here in this third period. Pop to Duran to Lass. Lass breaking through the defense, but not able to foul that puck all the way in. Peyton Jones left back to Kyle Como. Dropped it down. Lass off the net. Duran chopped it in front, but nobody able to get to it. Kyle Como drops it right back in the Memorial zone. Berg leaves it there for his defense. Easton Tock sent it to the left wing wall. Now the puck controlled by Savaloya. Here he comes up the left wing. Oh, it looked like an offsides as they had a skater in front of him that came across the line. Stick save made by Clement. Bounces to the far boards. Hilltoppers work it back. And then Steele back in the neutral zone. Savaloya trying to get around the Hilltopper defense, but he coughs it up. Flip dump down into the Memorial end. Lindsay picks it up. Old Abes try to go near side with it. Taken away by Manglitz, but he didn't have it on his stick. He kicked it a little off target. Here they come across the line. Will Sherry. Sherry to the slot. Nice poke check there by Brennan Mason. Now cross ice DeGaetano off the right wing wall. Brennan Mason. Mason manages to keep it along the blue line. Then he gets whacked at. Finally a penalty. Whacked at. And they call this one. Open the door. Trip is called. Carter Autumn to the box. Hilltopper power play with 10:23 left here in the third period. 5-4 the score. Well, they are going to call something.
I kind of had to in that spot, I guess. They probably had to in a few others, but like we said, it's a tough.
Face off, won by the Hilltoppers. They're on the power play. Brennan Mason doesn't get anything on that pass, and it comes back into the neutral zone. Hudson Weber off a leg, look out. Here they come, cross the line. Joe Kelly, shot on net, and Clement with a save. And 10 left here in the third.
Once again, got to be weary of their penalty kill.
Yeah.
A lot of shorties this year.
14 shorthanded goals has to be one of the highest numbers in the state.
Yeah, well, and you have to, if you're the Hilltoppers, you have to make quick decisions here. Quick movements of the puck. You can't wait, you can't hold it.
1:47 left on the power play draw, though, in the Hilltopper end. Shots 25-11 on Onalaska Co-op. Eau Claire Memorial wasting some time here. Sent ahead and chopped into the Hilltopper zone. Brennan Mason to C.J. Lass. Up right wing, looking for stop. Carter, centering pass, just tipped by a defensive stick at the last second. Carter Olson cleared to the neutral zone. Now it's Hudson Weber. Left wing now. Duran to Lass, just off his stick into the corner. Carter Staub. Staub bounces it around. CJ, bottom of the far circle to Hudson Weber. Top of the far circle, shot on net, saved by Berg.
Got to get Tommy over in front of that goaltender. Got to slide with it.
9:29 left on the clock here in the third period. 5-4 Onalaska Co-op. DeGaetano, Manglitz, Jones, Colin Como, and Max Pop. And that's going to escape all the way back into the Hilltopper end. Noah comes out of the net. Picked up by Max Pop. He'll get some pressure from Savaloya, and then he gets tripped up as he's behind the net. Yeah, you got to watch out for Platter and Savaloya, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're going to be down there. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to put some pressure on you, just as Coach Talk said they need to.
46 seconds left on the power play. And our thanks to Jeff Ross working the camera tonight. Hope you're enjoying our coverage here on the Cooley Region Sports Network, whichever team it is you're rooting for. Pop to DeGaetano, who sends it back behind the Hilltopper net. Peyton Jones, nice on the tape dish. Up left wing, Manglitz to Colin Como, shot saved by Berg. And the clear all the way down on net. Clement makes the save. 20 seconds left on the power play. Max Pop off the right wing wall. Picked up by Jones. Jones left it there for Colin Como. Feeds Duran left side.
Tommy's got to move it.
Yeah, Duran.
Got to move it. Like I said, as aggressive as they are, you have to move the puck quickly right now.
Now it's Pop. Shipped it back. Manglitz winds up. Shot saved by Berg, and then pushing and shoving afterwards as Duran was trying to get the puck loose, and obviously the defense takes offense to that. 8:18 left here in the third. 28 shots on goal. I have no idea what Kent Manglitz is wearing tonight. It looks like a old LA Kings jersey, but it doesn't. It's not what it is. I'm not sure. Face off at the far circle down in the Eau Claire Memorial end. And here's Brennan Mason in the neutral zone to Hudson Weber. Back to Tommy Duran. Peyton Jones with a backhand dump in. Connor Byrne touched it. Peyton Jones, left wing wall. Back to Brennan Mason. Mason threw it off the left wing wall. Puck comes behind the net. Byrne and Jones. And last, but finally picked up there by Kyson and gets it into the neutral zone. Dumped in here by the Old Abes. 7:40 left. Hilltoppers with the puck. Jones tries the stretch pass. Knocked down by Steele. Picked up by Lass. Lass in across the blue line. Line change for the Hilltoppers. Nobody there with him. Good speed for Kelly up ice. Joe Kelly, 49 points in the regular season. Now in the neutral zone, dumped in by Degatano on net. Berg makes the save, and he's going to hold on to it there with Mason Manglitz in the general area. 7:12 remaining here in the third period.
29-11 on the shots.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
Hilltoppers playing their normal game. I mean, that's just the way it's been this year for them.
Yeah, 11 shots allowed. I mean, that's impressive, but 4 goals on 11 shots. It's a high shot percentage. Off the draw, puck comes towards the front of the net and picked up here as Kelly will backhand it out of the zone. Back on his stick. Throws it in the Hilltopper end. Kyle Como there. Banked it to the near boards, pushed ahead there by Staub. Drop back in here by the Old Abes. That'll be an icing. 6:51 left here in the third. Obviously, we'll have a post-game show for you. Scotty Gran's behind the glass, and Scotty will grab some interviews in the post. Scotty, you all ready for that?
Yeah, it should be solid. Coach Jerry Rank over here telling his defensemen to skate the puck up. They're waiting for things to happen. He's hollering at him to move the puck, move your feet. And I think they're responding a little bit. To his point, though, pretty accurate. They're kind of stuck back behind that net.
Puck comes to the high slot. And now picked up by Savaloya, who throws it into the neutral zone. Staub knocks it down, takes it in. Staub with a deep shot, and the save is made by Berg. For Hilltopper fans, the good news is pucks on net mean faceoffs in the offensive attack zone, which means time ticking and not facing shots. That's a simple equation.
Coming right back here with CJ last line here. Lass, Jones, and Dern. Logging a lot of ice time late in the game here, which you would expect one of your top lines to do.
Jones trying to get to that puck, but it'll be Memorial who picks it up. Dumped ahead off the right wing boards. Brennan Mason gets to it for the Hilltoppers. Can't clear, though. Held up at the right point. Byrne then sent it to Lindsay, and that goes just wide. Missed by about 6 inches wide right. Bounces off a leg, comes behind the net. Brennan Mason. To Duran, left wing wall. Nice work by CJ Lash to working around to Jones. Here comes Peyton across the line. Oh, a very late whistle.
It was offsides. Jones,
late whistle, though.
Yeah, but Jones pulled it just as he got to the blue line. CJ had no choice because he was already committed. So just got to get that thing in, put it to space, and let CJ go get it. Don't need to dangle at the blue line anymore. Just get this puck to space and let your teammates go get the puck, which keeps the puck deeper in the zone instead of a neutral zone faceoff.
5:59 left here in the third period. 5-4 Hilltoppers. Out shooting Eau Claire Memorial 30-11. Carter Olson dropped it back to Autumn. Now Jones will dump it in.
Sorry there, Rick. I'm yelling deep now.
You yelling coach things?
Yeah, I am. Sometimes it just comes out, if you know what I mean.
All right. Well, Mike Argiro used to yell things up here all the time. It's going to be another ice.
Well, it's one of those things where keep the game simple right now. You don't need to make anything special happen at the blue line. Do the little things, the ordinary things, and you'll be just fine.
5:33 remains. 5-4 the score. Face off in the Hilltopper end. Gonna buckle down on D. Fed back to the point. Shot by Lindsay. I think it might have caught a stick and went up.
Hit Degatano as he came out. You'd like to see Jordan come out maybe a little bit more aggressive, get a little bit bigger low, but he got out there and made the block.
Again, though, some issues tracking the puck here. I can see it from my vantage point, Tim. Noah's struggling in front with those guys, all those bodies in front of him.
From the left wing, it's a spot that's bugged him a bit. Now to the near circle. Hilltoppers knock it away. That's Brennan Mason in the near corner. Mason, D-to-D pass to Hudson Weber. Knocked ahead. Here comes Manglitz. Manglitz trying to work it around the defense. One-handed. Slows it down for stop. A shot saved by Berg. Oh my, what a pass. And that one goes wide. DeGaetano looking for it, but it's covered up by the netminder Berg, and then the whistle as the net was pushed from behind. 5 minutes remain.
Wow.
That pass was absolutely beautiful.
Yes, it was.
Face off down inside the Memorial end. Hardy Weiner set for the draw. Puck to the corner. Weiner unable to go with it. Tavari. Left wing, it was sent up by Sherry and then knocked right back down. Easton Tock to Sherry. Left wing, up ice comes Tavari. He coughed it up at the blue line. And a stoppage with 4:30 left.
Very vocal coaching staff over here, Rick.
Oh, yeah.
They were wondering if they were going to call that offsides or not.
Yeah, they're getting a little nervous over there.
Tim, you wouldn't know any of these guys, would you?
No.
No.
Lined up along the glass here, everyone on the edge of their seats. Off the draw. Lindsay tapped it ahead. Kelly with a shot goes off the leg of Como. Oh, big check along the boards from behind. Penalty coming up.
Yeah, he does have it.
His arm is up. Here's Peyton Jones. Play still active. Put that up high off the glass. And touched by Clare Memorial.
I don't doubt they'll call the 5, but it sure could be.
That's a big hit.
Yeah, he got drilled right in the back.
I'm assuming they're going to have that discussion.
Right in front of you, Scotty.
Yeah.
And if you look at who's going in the box again, Carter Autumn. This is his 3rd penalty of the game.
Autumn.
There's no question it could be a 5. I mean, will they call it? I don't know, but you send that one into the WIAA, they're going to tell you it's a 5-minute major.
Yeah, just the speed of that check right there, I would agree with you 100%. Just sitting over here and listening to the sound and how he came down awkwardly afterwards, that should be a 5.
It should be.
37 minutes and
But
penalties
like I said,
during the regular season.
It is playoff time, and you don't know what they're going to call.
Well, obviously they have a sidebar. We'll keep it right here.
And it is going to be a 5. They're holding that door open. Either that or it's a 2 and a 10. But it's a 5-minute major.
5-minute major, all-you-can-eat buffet for the Hilltoppers with a 1-goal lead. Boy, if you're...
This is not where you can relax. This is where you need to kick your energy up if you're the Hilltoppers. They are so good at shorthanded goals. You know they're going to put pressure on you deep in the zone.
Yeah, you still got to make it happen here on your power play. You can't just completely pack it in, though. But it's certainly helpful to have the extra skater. Like you said, 14 shorthanded goals. You just never know with this Memorial team. And back to action here on the power play. Fed to Brennan Mason now. Brennan Mason walks it towards the high slot, threw it off to the right wing. Tommy Duran. Burn in his face. Duran, Staub. Now CJ. Lass along the blue line, drops it back to Brennan Mason. Mason off to Staub. Down low, gets past Duran to the corner to CJ, past his stick. Savaloya will send it into the neutral zone and back towards the Hilltopper end. 3:38 left here in the period. Lass comes busting in across the line. He goes down. Connor Byrne couldn't clear. Tommy Duran didn't do a lot with the puck in that situation.
Now
Byrne
Anna takes a penalty.
At the blue line, but as Tim said, you got an interference penalty coming up.
It's a legit call. The puck was well gone. CJ did not have to make that hit. There was no reason. He skated right over the puck to make the hit.
3:22 left. CJ Lass goes to the box for interference. So back to 4-on-4 with 3:22 Hilltoppers would most likely go back to a power play after this. They settle in for the draw. And the Hilltoppers win the faceoff. Hudson Weber. To DeGaetano, went through his legs, but it'll be picked up here by Manglitz.
Just move it deep, just like Manglitz did right there. Go get it and move it deep.
Here's a chance in front, sent just wide there as DeGaetano jumped up the slot, and that comes off. Oh, big chance to make it a 6-4 hockey game and take a 2-goal lead.
This is where you really got to be careful 4-on-4. You make sure you got guys back because you've got two unbelievably talented forwards out for Memorial right now.
Winner plays the winner of Hudson and Stevens points. Draw down in the Memorial end. Off the draw, Mason Manglitz not able to run with the puck towards the slot. Kelly, the burn, back to Kelly now. Being pursued by DeGaetano, then Byrne worked it loose. Byrne dodging the forecheck.
DeGaetano needs to come right to the bench if he can to get the change right now. He should be coming.
Savaloya. DeGaetano on the forecheck. Byrne left wing wall. Byrne up the left side. Nice poke check by Brendan Mason. Here comes Tommy Duran. Duran sent it towards the net, but he broken up there by Lindsay. Picked up by Savaloya. Misses the centering pass as Tavari was cutting. Here's Kelly behind the net.
You need to stay with him.
Kelly feeds a far circle. Shot saved by Noah Clement. Huge stop right now.
That was an incredible save that time.
Yeah, he did a nice job. He came out, cut that angle down, and was able to smother the puck. But you could see they were out of sync. They caught and left that weak side D just step right down. We had two players go to one.
2:07 on the clock. Still 4-on-4 hockey. And the Hilltoppers, Max Pop. Peyton Jones, back to Pop. Bank pass into the neutral zone. Pop, right wing wall, dumped in by Staub.
Good decision by Carter just to put it deep. Don't get too deep there. If Carter gets too deep, one pass beats him.
Carter Olson off the far boards, collision there in the neutral zone. Kyle Como got the better of that one. Cutting towards the net is Colin Como, and the net gets knocked off, and we'll get a whistle. Student section riled up after that. $1:25 left here in regulation. 3 seconds left on the CJ last penalty, and the Hilltoppers go back to the power play.
Yeah, it does, and they need to get somebody out for Como because he's limping pretty heavily right now, and you don't want to get stuck there. Good decision by Coach Franzini. Get two new fresh guys out there. And
he took a good shot over here, over at the neutral zone.
Yeah, give Tommy a little rest here because CJ's coming out. 3 seconds, they'll put Tommy back on D maybe.
Go with Tommy Duran. Mason Manglitz will center. Max Pop. They had one too many.
Yeah, I don't know why Tommy just didn't stay out on D.
And Duran's going to go
CJ
back.
Comes out.
Hudson Weber on the ice with Max Pop. They're working the blue line. Now it's Pop. Couldn't get that shot off. Now a power play here for the Hilltoppers. That chips off of DeGaetano's stick. In the slot, Manglitz. Shot just wide left. Now up the right side with 1:07 left. Memorial chips it towards the net. Oh no! Noah Clement whacked at it with his stick in front of the net. Now a shot by Savaloya. He can't get it past the defense. And it's going to come back towards the blue line. 52 seconds left. There's a centering pass by Kelly. Clement got a piece of it and kept it from crossing the line. Now back in the near corner. Hudson Weber. Hilltoppers on their heels here defensively. They've got the power play, but like we said, 14 shorties on the season. Empty net though, and it is to the corner where Hudson Weber can't get to it. Kelly Out in the slot. Backhand will be cleared towards the net. It goes just wide.
That's fine. You needed to get the whistle here. You had Manglitz and Degatano out there for an extended period of time.
25 seconds left, and I got to believe a timeout coming here.
I would sure think. Timeout, Onalaska.
Why they take a timeout, I'd like to thank the entire Hilltoppers coaching staff on behalf of the Onalaska hockey parents. Boy, what a great job Tim Franzini and his crew have done this season. 25 seconds left in this game with a 1-goal lead, out shooting Eau Claire Memorial 32-12. Winner advances to the next round next Tuesday. And odds are it's probably going to be the number 1 seed Hudson. Any interesting convo you can pick up over there, Scotty?
Not too much, really. Just kind of listening to the players kind of talk to each other, and can't really get a good inkling of what they're going to do in this situation. But I tell you what, defensively, that was a great shift for Onalaska. Noah was on the ground, and then you could hear the coaches telling him to get up, and there's so many loose pucks in front, and the defense for Onalaska just doing a great job with their sticks to get that puck out of the zone.
Well, he's going to tell them they got to keep the puck to the outside. They're still on the power play, so that's the positive thing here.
Right.
You got to win the face-off, and then you got to front everything up. Puck has to be kept to the outside. Nothing gets to the middle.
All right, fasten your seatbelts. 25 seconds remain. Power play for the Hilltoppers. Empty net on the Memorial side. Draw at the far circle. Here we go. Important draw. One here by the Old Abes. That's Savaloya sending it to the right wing wall. That comes back to Savaloya at the blue line. Towards the net. Hits 2 bodies in front. Is it caught in the jersey? Oh, we got a Hilltopper skater down, face down, but
Max
Pop. He's covering the puck.
He's covered. He took one right to the chest or the chin with the puck.
He's not feeling well right now.
No, but
13 seconds left on the clock.
He'll be fine. That's Max. He's been down before.
Yeah, Pop has played a very physical and tough game here tonight.
That's what you want to see from your senior leaders.
He has to leave. I don't know why he has to leave, but he had to leave.
Brennan Mason comes in to replace him. 13.6 seconds left on the clock. 5-4, Hilltopper lead. Back to Savaloya. Towards the net. Oh, man, did that just miss left side. And that'll be sent back in. The Memorial end. 4 seconds left. It'll be icing. The faceoff comes back down for one more super important draw. You pack everyone in front of the net, right?
Yeah, you pack everybody. This even more important is CJ. He needs to tie it up or he needs to just push it forward out of the zone, one or the other, and he should be able to win it back to that corner.
CJ settles in for the draw. Here we go. And we wait for the linesman to drop it. There it is. That came towards the front of the net, and the clock ticks down, and the Hilltoppers are advancing to the section semifinals. They win this game by the score of 5-4, and they rally around their netminder, Noah Clement. It was a tough night early for him, but he got better and better as the game went on, and the Hilltoppers knock off the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes 4-5. And as Tim Franzini said, get approved. We are better than a 4 seed, and they do it here tonight in a very, very good victory against a good hockey team coached by Chris Tock. Congratulations to the Hilltoppers. Their season lives on. The Old Abes, this season comes to an end. We'll come back with your post-game show. That's next here on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
Burrito artistry, 2 words you rarely see together. At BA Burrito Company, they're words to live by. Get your BA madly mixed flavors any way you like. Handcrafted burrito artistry at the Copeland store in La Crosse can be delivered right to your door through the Eat Street and DoorDash apps on your computer or smartphone. BA Burrito can also cater to any event and is the official Iceberg Fan Deck caterer of the Coulee Region Chill. BA Burrito Company. Check out the full menu, daily specials, and catering online at baburritoco.com.
For many people, one of the largest assets they'll have at retirement may be a work-related retirement account. Investment decisions you make throughout your working life could dramatically affect the value of your account when you decide to quit working. How do you decide your account allocations? How do you know when to make changes? Brent Peterson at Interstate Wealth can help. For help in understanding your work-related retirement account, contact Brent Peterson at interstatewealth.com. Investment advisory services offered through Virtue Capital Management, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Interstate Wealth, LLC, is independent of Virtue Capital Management.
What a thriller tonight, folks. The Onalaska Hilltoppers Hockey Co-op victorious over the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes. Scott Gran is down on the glass, and we'll want to have him chat with Coach Franzini, who is going to make his way back onto the bench and get his words, hear from the coach on his feelings about tonight's game. It was a thriller indeed. As Scotty Gran makes his way over to the coach, a little handshake and congratulations, and I'll send it down to you.
Coach, well-fought game. I tell you what, this third period was intense, probably for you emotionally, I'm sure, watching these kids who came out hard, and you knew this was going to be a hard-fought game, but those last 5 minutes of hockey were probably the most physical that you'll see in a high school game. Talk about how your team stepped up and overcame that.
Well, I mean, because we're senior-dominated. Our seniors have been great leaders all year. You know, we got a good, strong supporting cast, junior, sophomore class, and, you know, the guys have been so dialed in, and I was just telling Jerry, I mean, we came out and played so well in the first, and I almost think we were probably too hyped, and we did not play at all in the second. I thought we played a few good shifts in the third, but not like we're capable. I just think I think our guys were just too hyped, and things. If they can keep it going and play like we did in the first round, then we're good. But you know, boy, you know, we hung on. I mean, we had to hang on there, and it was a great high school game.
Yeah, I thought your defense played really well, especially in this third period. And, you know, Max Pop, you know, you talk about seniors, and I felt like that he just put his body out there for this team tonight. And not only him, but, you know, probably, you know, this whole team. But he really stood out, especially at the end, taking some really big shots. And then that one right down here at the end where he covered the puck up after taking it in the chin. I mean, that's a tough kid right there, and that's what you want out here, right?
Yeah, they don't come any tougher than Max. And we got a few others too, but you know, it's great to be moving on, and you know, I thought we played well enough to move on, but you know, it was good to see Noah bounce back after that tough first, because you know we needed it. I mean, I really thought we were going to get a few more on especially when they made the goalie change, and I don't know, it seemed like we just didn't have the legs the last half of the game.
Well, you didn't have the legs, but you had just enough. Now you move on to the next round, and you don't want to prognosticate, but my guess would probably be Hudson would be my guess. You don't want to say that, it's playoffs, but next round, what do you expect? I mean, obviously your team's going to be ready to go, but man, I mean, just to keep this ride going, it's got to be exciting for you.
Oh, it is. I mean, and you know, that's why the 3 or 4 seed wasn't all that important to us. You know, the bye maybe would have been nice, but you know, I thought we were healthy coming in, and you know, whether it's Hudson, Wausau West, Chip, I mean, you got to play them somewhere, whether it's second round, third round, fourth round, you're going to have to get through them if we're going to move on. So I mean, it's just like next one up. You know, our motto all year has been we're the hunter, we're on the hunt, and you know, our hunt started the other night, and we're still hunting. I'm happy.
Well, keep hunting, Coach. Congratulations on the victory. Thank you very much.
I think he's ready for a Manglitz outdoor adventure.
Rik says you're ready for a Manglitz outdoor adventure.
I'm ready for anything.
That's awesome. Tim Franzini, head coach of the Hilltoppers. Great interview again, Scotty. Nice work tonight. Appreciate your part of the broadcast tonight. You were behind the glass. This is the first time you've ever done this for us.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, it's fun to kind of be at this vantage point and really be around the energy of the game. And you know, there's a lot of things to it. You know, when you're up in the booth, you don't get to see the speed like you do right here in this area. I thought that was really impressive.
Yeah, you got it up close and personal. Been in the penalty box area before. Of course, that's another great place to be able to catch it right at center ice.
Yep.
But yeah, you just see how fast this game goes and how incredible it is when you're
both
right
these
down
teams
there.
played hard tonight, and that's the one thing. Just sitting here watching this game from here, both these teams tonight really put it all out there on the ice. No question about it.
They did. Fine work, Scotty. Tim, you got any final words for us?
No, just congratulations to the Hilltoppers moving on. Got a big win tonight against a team that's played a very difficult schedule throughout the year, and you showed that you can play with anybody in the section.
Stay tuned to Coulee Region Sports Network to find out the next step in terms of playoff coverage. I can tell you this, that we do still have 2 more broadcasts this week, as we'll have high school basketball coming up on Saturday. Scotty Gran will be your play-by-play voice, along with Lisa Kay, as Sun Prairie takes on the Onalaska Hilltoppers boys basketball. And then we will also be having Chill Hockey. That will be on Sunday, as they take on the Wausau River Wolves. There's the hat, the Jeff Ross hat. That means we're getting closer.
It's time to go, Jeff?
To
That
wrapping
means it's
things
time
up.
to go.
He is. It's been 2 games. He's been standing up just as long as I have, and I'm sure he's ready to get a seat. For the Hilltoppers playing Hudson, I know that they do stream their broadcasts up there.
Yes, they do.
So I guess we'll kind of wait and see whether fans want us to go up and do it too, or if they're just fine with doing the Hudson broadcast.
Yeah, I know Hudson does do it, so.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. You're not going to Hudson, are you?
No.
I think I'd be going solo. Jeff, can you go to Hudson? Maybe. It's a shrug of the shoulders. Stay tuned to Coulee Region Sports Network. We'll let you know what our next plans are. Of course, high school basketball playoffs coming up as well. But a great win for the Hilltoppers tonight. By the final score of 5-4 for our entire crew. Scotty Gran on the glass, Jeff Ross on the camera, and the coach, Tim Ebner, for all his color commentary tonight. I thank you all so much. And as always, I say good night now.
Sports news, Coulee Region Sports Network. Live, local, and anywhere you can get the World Wide Web. CRSN.